Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, 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 gang! What is going on, everybody? It is Past the Gravy, episode 582. Let's do the damn thing, fellas. How's it going? Happy Gravy Day, everybody.
I mean, this actually is the first day I've felt any sort of happiness since football this weekend.
Yeah, same.
Like, I've been saying the last 3 days, like, I just hate it. Everything sucks. Football's stupid. I don't like it. This morning, I was, like, getting ready at work, and I was like, oh, I think I fell in love with it again. I love it again. I was sad that there was no football. And I was like, well, I need it back already.
Because you get the Monday night game, then Tuesday you get to go without, then tomorrow we get Thursday night football.
Yeah, 2 days in a row without football is too much now. I'm addicted. I'm full-on addicted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad thing.
They gave us too much too early. You can't give me 5 days in a row to start the season. What are you talking about?
You got to sprinkle a little game in or something like that.
Or you just got to give me my regular, the Friday game. That's what ruined it. You can't give me Friday football and then take it away.
That's true.
It was 5 days in a row. Normally you have that Friday, so you get a taste on Thursday. You have a day off. College, pro, and then you're like, okay, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm already used to having a day off. No. Give me 5 days in a row and then 2 days no.
Right. Was
too much.
Since you're a Packers fan, was it kind of cool watching Friday? I mean, not the game, but like, was it cool that you had the game Friday and then Sunday you're like, well, I can just chill and watch other games? Because I always like when like you have I hate Thursday games because then you're the only game and if you lose you feel like an idiot because you had the whole world watch your team suck. But then like Sunday comes around, you're like, I just get to watch Red Zone. This is awesome.
I mean, I famously don't really.
You don't
care
like
for
Red Zone, but like you don't have to. You can just flip around on the games. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool if the Packers hadn't lost, and at the time I wasn't sure if Jordan Love was done for the year, and then Notre Dame had one of the biggest losses in the program's history.
Yeah.
So Sunday I was just numb. I had no feeling. I didn't care. I was like setting my fantasy lineup like I don't fucking give a shit about this. Whatever. Life is stupid. But, I don't really care about standalone games. Like I don't get extra hyped up when my team's on a Thursday or a Monday. Like it's the game.
I just get nervous when my team plays. Like I had
I've had good quarterback play for a long time, so I don't usually get nervous.
I just get anxious even when I did have good quarterback play. But like I puked 2 times before the game on Sunday. Like I woke up to the dugout and was like a little anxious about it and just went and yacked before I went to the bar.
How much did you have to drink on Saturday?
I was not like wasted or anything. It wasn't like a hungover. This is me vomiting because I don't feel well. It was like just nerves.
Nerves?
Like, yeah, dude. I nervous vomit.
Had you actually worked yourself into dude, we could be crazy. We could be sneaky good this year, or were you just nervous because you thought like this is going to go bad?
It's just I'm going to talk about it in Not Cool, I guess, but
yeah, we're just doing our Not Cool right now.
It's I don't know. Like I do the New York Giants Rush podcast, and there were so many people that were like, "Why are you so positive on the team?" I was like, "I'm not trying to be positive. I actually am trying to be positive, but like, I'm more so being optimistic. Like if the team's bad, they're going to be bad all year. If they have a chance at being good, I'd rather just be like, well, what if? Like, what are the positives we can look for? Like, let's look at some good things. Like
the first week.
So how could it go right? Instead of like, well, this is bad. They don't have this. This isn't going to go great. Like, I'm a pretty negative person in general. I like to try and be positive before that L gets on the sheet. Now it's there. Now I have to deal with it. But I would rather deal with it for the next 18 weeks instead of 18 weeks and then all off season, like a lot of people did.
That's true. But yeah, we're going to come back to this.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back to that.
Robert, how was your weekend?
Yeah, Robert, how are you doing, buddy?
I actually had a pretty solid weekend. Friday, went to go see Beetlejuice 2. Never saw the first one, but I was like, let's go see the second one.
Do you think, I heard that Robert said that was the best one?
It was the best one.
Of the two.
It was the best.
It's your favorite, right?
Yeah, my favorite.
Awesome.
I did the same thing with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I'd never seen a Ghostbusters beforehand. I'm like, let's just jump in here, Frozen Empire. And
well, at least you got Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Then Saturday night, went to go see Whitney Cummings. Also had never seen or heard anything from her. But I'm just like, I thought it was a win-win. Either like we find a funny comedian, or I think it's a funny story. We just
Right.
saw a comedian.
She talks like me. Like she's got a very filthy mouth.
Yeah,
She's
Yeah.
hilarious.
figured
though.
that out.
4 minutes in, she's talked about her vagina 14 times, and Robert is just squirming in his seat.
It's like, huh.
She did make a joke. She's had a baby about how like they needed to cut her open, so she felt kind of like proud of that. Like, oh, it's too tight, huh? You need to cut her open.
I didn't know she had the baby. Congrats, Whitney Cummings. I knew she was
I
pregnant.
know she listens, so congratulations.
Oh
Whitney.
yeah, she's big time Gravy Gang.
That's why Robert was like, I've just discovered her. She's
Yeah.
a listener.
And then Sunday went to a nice restaurant. When it was a good weather, we went to the McGovern Centennial Gardens where Alex and Emma got married.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
It's a good spot. Pretty chill
Happy
weekend.
anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why we went. Like,
You went to celebrate our
Yeah.
anniversary.
It's the fucking most adorable thing I've ever heard in my life.
Let's just. You guys think that we just make fun of each other all the time. We hate on each other, but really, it's all love. You guys just don't always see that part. All right, Gravy Gang. You guys know it's all love.
yeah, but I'll deny it if anyone asks. I don't know. So yeah, it was a pretty good weekend for me, honestly.
Like, can you imagine just like not having the stress of football?
I was just thinking, I was like, he got so much done on a football weekend.
Like, what
but
an
like,
efficient weekend.
even when it's not football weekend, I don't get anything done.
Like, what'd you do, Alex? Well, I laid on the couch and watched like 20 games on Saturday. And then Sunday, I woke up early, gambled, threw up a couple times, and then was really sad about my team the rest of the day.
Like, it's crazy when you think about it, and like, you got one of the realest ones of all time, and that Emma doesn't, like, can you imagine if you had a girlfriend or a wife that was constantly like, every weekend, like, no, not football, let's go do something this weekend.
Why do you think I don't have a
Exactly.
girlfriend?
Like, Emma's just like, yeah, you can just ignore me for 14 hours at a time on the weekend. I hear you talk all day, every day anyway.
And we've been together 13 years because we get like, hey, you like to do this? That's fine. That's fine. That's just how, that's the thing you like. I'm cool doing the thing I like.
Just don't bring me into it.
Right? Like, I don't have to go. That's fine. Thanks. Got it. Have fun. I hope they win. She like dressed Elle up in like giant stuff too. I was like, all right, let's go.
Also, it was making me laugh looking at all their, because they both made anniversary posts of like old photos, and Emma is just Emma.
Yeah.
She looks the same. Alex has gone through like 19 different douchebag looks over the
Yeah, I
years.
have a bunch of different. Like, I
It's
had like long hair, short hair, really short hair, beard, mustache, no beard.
It's just like it's a literal visual representation of Emma's been through everything with Alex.
Yeah, she's seen it all.
Yeah, it's the opposite with me and Sam, where I look the same in every picture, and she's the one that's got new glasses, new hair color, different looks.
I was just talking to Robert before you had gone out before, but I was talking to Robert about that while you were gone. I was like, he was like, was it different? And I was like, not really. I mean, now we have like a marriage date. We had just kind of like October-ish is when we got together. For like that was when we first started dating. Originally, it was like, well, now we have a marriage anniversary, so that counts. We're just gonna count that for all of them.
There
But
you
it was like when you've been together, like Robert's been together with Sam for like 15 years, and like they were together in middle school. So like if you've been together that long, you're babies in pictures, and then you're like, wow,
That's
look at
true.
you.
You get to see like the chin start to come in a little bit more
Yeah.
as you get older. You're like, oh, I'm getting fat.
Yeah, I did see. There was I showed her last night. I was like, check out these. Look, see that picture? I still wear these jeans. I still wear those jeans. I wear these jeans 13 years ago. I can still wear those jeans. Hell yeah.
That's an insane flex to me.
That is a cool flex.
I don't think
right?
I've ever been able to wear any article of clothing at any point in my life for more than 5 consecutive years.
Really.
I just kept getting fatter after high school. That's really,
Yeah.
and before that, I was just growing.
Yeah. So maybe I've saved money on clothes. That's really one beneficial thing I've had going my way. All right, this is the Precome segment. What did I bring in for Precome today? I made, just because we were talking about it was my anniversary last night, so we didn't do gifts or anything. We did cards. We're not really big gift people, but I was like, hey, I've been watching this cooking channel on YouTube. Shout out to Chef Donnie, and he showed me on YouTube how to pan sear a steak. So I was like, let me go get some New York strips. I'm gonna do all of this. I watched like the video 10 times, it felt like, to make sure I gotta get the oil, I gotta get rosemary, I gotta get sage,
I knew rosemary.
I gotta get thyme, I gotta go get the coarse salt, the finishing salt, I gotta get a specific kind of wine I'm gonna use, I gotta get garlic, and I got all the stuff, and like I made a pretty dope ass skillet steak. It was pretty sick.
You feel like a chef when you're just ladling that butter back on
like,
top
that
of
was
it.
the thing was like you gotta put the butter on there, and then it's like, all right, now get it nice, and like when it starts bubbling right here, then you gotta you gotta pull the pan up, tilt the pan, and then I was like, look, I'm on the bear. Check it out. But that was cool. But that was one of the first times in a long time I've cooked with this cast iron skillet I have, and kicking with a cast iron skillet's cool, but cleaning a cast iron skillet is weird because it goes against like every cleaning thing you've learned your entire life, where it's like, yeah, get some soap on it, rinse it off, make sure if there's anything on there, you scrubbed it off, then you can throw it in the dishwasher, put it away. And with the cast iron skillet, it's just like, yeah, just run it under there, maybe wipe it down a second, and then you're good.
I found out that
Just
like
toss it on back in the cabinet.
everything that we've learned that makes them scary is bullshit. You can just wash it with soap and water. I found that out.
It just doesn't keep the like.
Well, everyone's like, "Oh, you're gonna keep the
stuff.
seasoning." Who gives a shit? It's a fucking pan. Season your food.
That's
Like you don't.
okay.
You
Thank
can,
you.
You
for-
hand wash it with soap and water, then dry it off, pat it dry clean, and then put a little oil and rub that. That's it. That's all you have to do, and the oil is just to stop it from rusting. But like
What
the
about
whole
rust
like
ease?
for the longest time, people are like, you can't use soap on it. You can't use soap. Yeah, you fucking can. It's how you clean literally everything in the world.
Yeah, soap seems like it's good for most stuff.
Yeah, you just make sure you pat it dry clean. Just rub a little oil on it. That's all you gotta do. It's very simple to take care of.
But
People are
cast
just
iron
scared.
is a weird part of like, I guess the internet maybe is what you see it all on.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's a weird part of the internet where it's like there's people that I think like cast iron is like the hill you're gonna die on. And like the Giants and certain quarterbacks throughout my life have been people that are like, that's the hill I'll die on, that's fine. And I get that. But it's like wild that like pans, like this skillet, the specific kind of skillet is going to be what we're like, what's another brand of pots or
A Dutch
pans?
oven or a slow cooker.
No, like give me a brand. Like
Oh, a brand?
Curel. That's a plate.
know.
That's plates.
KitchenAid.
KitchenAid.
There you go.
I'm a big KitchenAid guy. Like, is there anybody that's just like, I am exclusively KitchenAid? I will not cook on anything that's not KitchenAid. I know how to take care of KitchenAid products.
Yeah,
That's
probably
it.
whoever owns KitchenAid and no one else.
Yeah. But like cast iron guys are like that. And it's cool when you see somebody like has like a really dope cast iron skillet and like all that stuff. Like I get why like there's an appeal to it. And when I go camping every year, the dudes that bring out the cast iron Dutch ovens and the cast iron skillets, like that's badass that you're cooking over a fire with this, and you can. But like it's wild like the upkeep of it is kind of like just wet it a little bit and then wipe it down, sort of. Make sure it's dirty but not too dirty.
I actually bought one in college because like I always heard how cast iron skillets were good. I'd never heard anything more than that. I didn't understand that there was like upkeep that
I think
came
you just
with
don't
it.
have to buy more. That's the cool thing about cast irons. It's like you
Yeah.
could theoretically
Well-
just have like one skillet and that's all you cook everything in.
Well, mine was always rusty because I didn't understand anything about it. Like, so like I would just like, even if I just hand wash it, then just put it in the drying rack.
Yeah, and it just
And
yeah,
then after a
over
while
time.
it was all rusty and I just stopped using it because I was like, I don't fucking
yeah. I've had that
understand
happen
this.
with like 2 cast irons.
And also I was like, why is it so goddamn heavy? Like when I bought it, I like was at Walmart and I picked it up. I was like, Jesus, this is a heavy pan.
Right, I do kind of want to like. It'd be
Plus you can just
sick.
put it right in the oven.
It would be sick if you just popped somebody in the face with that, like an intruder, not just a random person, but like somebody comes in, you just grab the cast iron, you're like, bitch.
Oh yeah, people like, I have a baseball bat for home defense.
Cast
I've got a
iron.
kitchen.
Yeah, I got a
And I'm not
kitchen.
talking about the knives. I'm gonna cave your skull in with
Dude,
a
yeah, that's
cast
pretty
iron
sick.
skillet.
That's pretty sick. Other things I brought in for the Precome segment was watching Goodfellas last night. Mostly just like I feel like this is mob movies, but like 70s, 80s supper clubs were a thing. Supper clubs just seem like the funnest time. It'll just be like somebody like, "What's up, baby? How you doing? We're talking about I'm Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons here, and we're gonna just have a little chit chat while you're having dinner, and then we're gonna sing you some songs."
I think that was more like 50s, 60s, by the way.
Whatever.
70s, 80s was cocaine.
I'm just thinking casinos. They had the supper clubs at the casinos, but those are more so shows, I guess. I don't know. It is a show.
I would have loved that. Like you just have the comedian standing up front roasting everyone as you're eating a fucking T-bone steak.
I mean, I guess technically it's like a comedy club now, but like I like calling things like supper club is a cool sound.
You get all dressed up, wear a nice jacket. It sounds awful to me now, but like,
Yeah, no, it
if that
does.
was the norm, that'd be dope.
Let's start a Pastor Gravy supper club, and we just do the podcast there. It's really just like a podcast studio that we're like, yeah, y'all can have like there's tables you can eat around it.
Just put out hot dogs.
Yeah, The Spooktacular this year, it's the Pasta Gravy Supper Club Christmas Spooktacular.
Ooh.
Is there'll be food there, Kobo's
Every
Kid.
year we should just add another tagline onto it.
It's December 21st is the date. Something like that. We gotta look
Somewhere
at it.
around there.
You have the date down, right?
I might. Let me double check.
Yeah.
I just always know Alex is going to remind me like for 15 consecutive weeks before it starts.
Yeah, because we gotta promote it.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't worry about the date far out.
I think we just haven't said it in a little bit.
I don't have it.
Okay. Well, I think
Let's
it's
say December 21st.
December 21st.
Whatever the
I'm
what,
looking at it.
Friday, Saturday. Is it Friday or Saturday?
It's usually the week before. This is a weird
Yeah,
December.
21st.
Yeah. Okay. Nailed it.
Saturday the 21st.
Saturday. Okay.
Nailed it. Yeah. Yeah. That's perfect.
We're organized.
Look at us. I didn't even have to look at anything really. I said it off the top of my head. I knew it really. But yeah, supper clubs. They just sound cool. Whatever happened to them? They just turned into
We just became trash as,
like
as
other
a society.
stuff. They were like, we'll just make it a comedy club.
Well, then I think after that, in the 70s and 80s, they just turned them into clubs.
They just like, we don't have to serve food. We can save money on that.
Yeah, like all these tables, it's cleared out.
What if we made
And
the
just bring in
liquor
drugs and music.
27,000 times more expensive, and then we didn't serve food at all?
Serve drugs.
Yeah. Well, you can't take your girlfriends on Friday and your wives on Saturday. That's what we do with the supper clubs.
Yeah, that was just ballsy.
Yeah, mob. They had it all.
Yeah. The wives just couldn't say anything because what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Your
I
husband
don't
works
know.
for the mafia.
Goodfellas rock. So
Such a great dude.
it's been
movie.
on AMC on TV. Like, I feel like I've seen it on like 2 times a week at least the last month, and I always get at least 30 minutes in.
It's one of the few movies ever where I don't mind watching it on TV when it's edited because it's still just so good.
Yeah.
Like I don't care that like the cusses aren't there and all that stuff. It's like it's Goodfellas.
Well, when it's something like that, or like Scarface, where
Well, Scarface is different though because
but
it's like
they have to sub in curse words, and it's just funny where it's like friggin', and you're like, that's not what they're saying. Get your friggin' ass over here, and you're like, that's really funny.
Scarface is a little different though because they can't just show him shoving his face into a pile of
that's
cocaine.
also true.
And that's kind of like the whole movie.
That's a good part of it. It's a big part of it for sure. But supper clubs, we're bringing them back. I think it's time. It's time.
We're just gonna talk somebody into it.
Yeah, but I want to just start calling like they come going to this at the supper club. Like, you're going to a comedy show, supper club. Can I order food there at the supper club? You go see a
It's a club
movie.
and their supper.
You go see a movie, and it's one of those where you can order food at it. Like they serve you, like what is it, Alamo Draft House? If it's one of those, I think those are gone now. But if it's one of those, just be like, it's a supper club.
Also, people just don't say supper anymore.
Supper's cool.
What if we had like a dinner bar?
Yeah, dinner bar.
So it's just like a bar
different.
that serves
It's
food.
totally different.
Yeah.
It's a dinner bar.
Going to get dinner. Where? The dinner bar. You're going to go get loaded. Yeah.
Dinner bar does make it seem like you're not going to drink, though, which is what I like about that. No, babe, I'm going to the dinner bar to watch the game. What are you guys going to do? Just eating. Just eating. And there might be beers.
You're going to eat? I might.
Maybe. You drink? I don't know. I'm going to eat, definitely. Definitely going to do that.
It's a social club, babe. Don't worry about it.
So, yeah, shout out supper clubs. Let's try and get those back there. And then another thing I brought in, it was a little question for everybody. Would you get hit by a car if it meant your team would be good? Because my team's not good right now, and I've really been thinking.
I don't think that's how you wrote it.
I changed it. I changed it on
My
Twitter.
team's good.
I changed it on Twitter. But like, if you could guarantee that your favorite team was going to be good, would you get hit by a car? You could guarantee it.
I mean, like, all my teams are good.
But if you could get hit by a car to guarantee it, would you? Yeah, I see. You're a we.
My
you're
team's
a,
been good for so long. This is different for me.
You're a me guy, not a we guy.
Now, if you change it back to the original, if you could guarantee your team wins a championship, yeah, hit me with
Well,
a car.
see, okay. That was why I was. You kind of fucked it up for me there, but so I put a Twitter question out. I put a Twitter poll out on Sunday because I was really sad, and I was like, maybe other people will agree with me. Because I was like, I would literally just go stand in traffic if it meant the Giants could win the Super Bowl this year. And somebody's like, no, you wouldn't. I was like, I would stand in front of a big rig. You could take me out. I don't care. If you were like, the Giants will win, I'd do it. I'll take one for the team. I'll take one for the team, boys.
Emma and Elle will understand.
They'll have to. They'll have to. But if you could guarantee that your team would be good, how fast would you be willing to be hit by a car? So I wrote down 20 to 30 miles an hour. You are guaranteed a winning record. possibly more, but you're guaranteed a winning record.
I'd take that. I'd
20
take
to 30, 100%.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even hesitate.
I can work with a limp.
Yeah, 40 to 60 miles an hour, guaranteed to make the playoffs, possibly more. So they could win a title, but you're definitely in the playoffs. You got a shot.
No, 30 is where I cap out.
Dude, 40 to 60,
Dude,
take it.
40, it's going to hurt you bad. 60 is probably going to kill you.
Depending on how you land.
I don't think so.
Depending on how you
I mean,
land.
if you get hit in your hip by a car going 60, you don't have a hip anymore, dude. That thing is shattered at the very least. And that's just for playoffs. That's just for the offs.
Okay.
That shows how down bad you are, dude. That is a disproportional.
And then at 60 plus miles an hour, you guarantee a title. And then you can do this.
Nuts.
You could do this every year, but you have to like make it to the next one.
See, I was also thinking about it this way, in that, like, you could get fucked up by a car and still do your job. Like, they could wheel you in there, and then you're just talking into a mic. I work in a restaurant. I have to be able to move.
Fair.
It's literally, I get hit by a car. They better have good insurance and pay me quick, because that's my livelihood, dog.
Fair.
I'm done.
Robert, would you get hit by a car if it meant the Astros would win a championship?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, no way. Absolutely not. Especially, I wouldn't even do like a mile an hour. Especially with how big trucks are around these parts. They're not even going to see me. They're going to keep going. I'm going to, instead of like rolling over on top of the truck, I'm going to fall underneath. I'm going to get squished. And that's it.
See, I was picturing getting hit by like a Camry.
Oh, dude, if you put an 18-wheeler, I'd take it. I'd take it. Give me a giant Super Bowl.
Alex is in a lot of pain right now.
I need that so bad. I just think there's a lot of people out there that are more me guys, not we guys. And I guess you guys are me guys, not we guys.
Yeah. I'll take that. I mean, maybe it's just because I've had pretty much success in all of my teams. Like, even though they're like a lot of them aren't winning, Notre Dame's usually pretty solid. Packers have, been good. They're always there. They're in the
national
playoffs.
titles in your lifetime.
No, but like they haven't been bad in a long time. Like, yeah, they haven't really had a shot to win. Like, even when they played Bama for it, they got trounced because they just don't have the athletes.
Yeah.
But like, they're good. Most of the time during the season, I'm happy after watching them. They win. Packers have been winners. Astros are on a historic run. Like, it's most of the time my teams are pretty good. So like, I haven't had a stretch of any of my teams in a long time, going a long time of being bad.
Yeah, and I got to say, I value my life more than a bunch of strangers' lives.
Like, Robert, his only
But
sport
not a
he
title?
loves is baseball, and it's just the Astros. But like, I don't think he loves like if the Astros got taken away from Robert, I think he'd be okay. He would just find like other interests.
I'd be sad, but yeah,
He'd be able to handle it. If sports were taken away from us,
yeah,
they're taking a
it's
short
like almost
trip
your
off
whole
of it.
identity. Like,
it is most of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 90% of my identity.
Yep.
I would have to become a video game streamer at that point because I'd be playing 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, I would go to work, let's say 12. I'd get 4 hours of sleep, 12 hours of gaming, 8 hours of work.
That's all you need.
Every single day. That's all I would do.
That's all you need.
I would probably be about 1,400 pounds.
They'd give you a TV show.
Like, if I didn't have
My
sports to
1,400
distract
pound
me,
life.
I would just be sitting there snacking and drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I would absolutely get run over for my team. Giants. If you can make that happen.
Would you get run through for your team?
I think about it. Think about it.
Who's doing the running?
But like, do you know how sick it would be? Like if your team heard, like, yo, did you guys know that y'all are guaranteed a championship because there's this guy in Texas that stood in front of a big rig and just got run into. He wanted that for you guys. They'd be like, man, we need to go out there and rally around Alex and win for him. And then they might even put Alex patches on their jerseys, which would be even cooler.
I would take out like a $20,000 loan, just put it all on them to win.
Like, I know how this goes.
Hey, what's the largest loan I can get? It'd probably be like $500-600.
So I guess I'm the only weirdo. I'm the only weirdo that does that or would do that.
I'd get hit, but I'm saying like no more than 30. Because like after that, also, dude, no insurance. I just like if I get hit by a car, there's no like I can't go to the doctor. I just got to be able to limp this thing off for a couple months.
Yeah, but championships, banners fly forever.
Yeah, but limps don't. heal themselves.
Yeah, but you can look at the banner from the hospital bed.
I will be walking in pain the rest of my life. And I won't have the millions of dollars of an NFL running back that goes with
You
it.
can think of that championship, though, and those memories last forever.
They do, but I've got a couple.
Okay. Well, fuck me then.
Yeah, I mean, you're just a little crazy. It's okay. That's good, though. You're a fanatic. I love my team, too. I couldn't get past the logical things that would happen with it. I was sitting at work thinking about this, like, I couldn't go check on that table.
You could crawl to it.
They said, can you follow me to table 4? No. I'm in a full body cast right now.
I have been hit by cars twice in my life. Both of them were backing up, but I still didn't get hit, so I'm a car hit victim.
See, people can see me, so I don't get hit. That's why I've never had a problem actually like walking in front of cars, because I'm like, they're going to stop because they see this totals your vehicle.
Well, if they're backing out of a spot, as long as they're not peeling out, you're good. And I'd like getting to just do the full on as hard as you can hand on the back of the windshield or the back of the car.
Seems like you're baiting this.
Fuck? No.
I've never been close to being hit by a car backing out because I see them start to back out. I stop walking.
Both times it was in a parking lot, and I was walking to my car. One of them was a grocery store parking lot, and I was just pushing my car. And
didn't see their backup lights on?
No, they didn't look before they backed up. And I was right behind the car, and I just go, and I was like, what the fuck? I remember.
You didn't hear that the car was on?
Well, a car can be on and not backing up. Most of the time, cars are not backing up when they're on, I would say.
I mean, when they're on in a parking spot, there's really only 2 things that are going to happen. They're going to back up or it's going to turn off.
Well, I do remember that one of them was a Tesla, and they're pretty quiet.
They are.
Fair enough, yeah. Tesla is basically
But also,
silent.
they're supposed to not hit people. So Elon might have to sue him retroactively.
A little late.
I can find a way. He's rich enough to like just be like, oh, I'll just settle.
He'll kick you off Twitter.
That's true. I like Twitter too much.
He'll find your IP address and make sure you never log into any Twitter again.
I do like Twitter. But yeah, then the other time I was just walking in, they did the same shit. I was like, what the fuck? You gotta look. You gotta look, man.
I think you need to look.
No, I think they need to look.
You should know enough by now, being on the road, you can't count on other drivers to pay attention.
The last time it happened, the Giants did make the playoffs and won a playoff game. Maybe.
So I think if you're getting hit by 60 miles an hour, you're winning like
no,
7 in a
that wasn't
decade.
going that. That was
No, but I'm saying like
so that was guaranteed a winning record.
If a tap got you to the playoffs, then getting hit by 60, that's 7 in a decade.
Just gonna walk around parking lots like waiting for cars, just
jumping behind
cars.
Whoa!
What the fuck, dude?
Sorry, go Giants.
That's how I pay my Comcast off now too. Between just bitching and getting,
you
credits,
just keep jumping behind Comcast
get
vehicles.
People to pay me off.
Maybe that's what I should do. Instead of just doing what you do and go, I just find a Comcast vehicle and I hide behind it. Oh, you hit me. I need free cable and internet.
If only there was some way we could remedy this. Done. What'd you bring in for a pre-com segment, Pat?
I was thinking today, what is the best smelling food? Like individual food item and then just like
easy answer is bacon.
Type. Yeah, it's bacon. That's what everyone at work said. It's bacon. Nothing smells better than bacon.
But if you're talking about like type of food, I feel like barbecue.
That was also my answer. What made me think of it is I was driving by a barbecue joint.
Every time you drive by, you're like, what are they cooking? That smells like ribs.
And I was like, don't get me wrong, Mexican food smells great.
Mexican
Chinese
food would be second.
Italian pizza, it all smells great, but nothing smells better than
pizza.
Barbecue.
Smells good, but like pizza's like the smell of pizza isn't like as like wafting as like, yo, we got wings in here. It's that kind of, it's not barbecue.
And it smells good, but it's not like, it doesn't hit different with the smell. You know, you're like, pizza. Pizza's great. Now, I really want to hear Robert's take on this because I feel like he's going to have 2 absolutely wild answers.
Yeah, I think the type of food, I was thinking maybe just like anything sweet, whatever, a cake, cupcake, cookies.
The smell of cake?
Cookies. I would go cookies.
Okay, cookies is a good one. I was going to say,
yeah.
cake, you just smell icing.
I don't know. I'll go cookies. I thought a bit more as I started going along. Go cookies.
But I think that's more of an individual food than a type. I was thinking like cuisine.
Cookies is desserts. I think that kind of plays. Like if you smell like when my wife makes cookies, sometimes I'm like, fuck yeah. Like I'll come home and you can smell them in the oven already. Like, dude, let's go.
Dude, smell of cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, we do that every Sunday
rolls,
too.
yeah.
That fucks. Like my house still smells like steak from last night because I did it in the pan.
That's
and
good.
It smokes up the whole house. And like I had front and back door open. I had the vent fan going on. I had a window open just to make sure it could like air out. But it still smelled like steak. And I was like, I don't hate this at all.
I'm just picturing like your mom like picking up your daughter and be like, why does she smell like beef?
She was
Made
cooking,
steaks.
Mom. She's a chef.
She's a baby. They've got soft skin. All the smells seep into there.
But yeah, barbecue rocks.
It's so good.
Anytime you drive past a barbecue joint, you're like, all right, I'm in.
Like the smell of brisket.
Yeah, brisket's awesome.
But that's why like, driving by the place, there's no distinct smell that you smell coming from it. It's just barbecue.
Yeah.
I just smell some sort of meat being smoked.
Over like wood or whatever it is. Yeah, it's a combination of all that. Like the rodeo barbecue cook-off before
Oh my
the
God.
rodeo starts. That's one of the best smelling places. Like walking around it is one of the best. Like you get the porta potties. Okay, that's kind of gross. But like most of like the tents, just like, I want to go in that tent. Ooh, I want to go in that tent. Like that's the best.
That's like part of the reason I don't go. I don't want to smell all those and not be able to eat them.
Crawfish is also one, but I feel like I kind of like got numb to that.
Like crawfish is a great smell, but like it's not better than barbecue.
No, it's not. It's a good smell though. You get all that, the boil, all the seasoning, all that, like all at once.
What's the best bad smell?
That other people liked, but I might like.
Or just that you like? Like, is it like, I mean, there's gasoline. That's a classic.
I was gonna say
answer.
gasoline's probably the most popular one.
Sharpie.
I don't really like gasoline.
I don't think Sharpie's bad, but like, but also then there's the like, when you rip just a nasty fart in the shower and you can't get away with it, like that's gross, but also that's awesome. Like it's so
well
bad
done,
that
but
you're like
disgusting.
You're like, I wish someone was here that I could share this with. Or like when you rip one in the car and everyone's dying and you're just laughing. It's like in the shower, it's magnified by 10, and you're just doing it to yourself, which makes it funny.
Do people like or hate like the smell of smoke from a campfire? Because I feel like that can be very negative to a lot of people, but I like the smell of that.
People that suck hate it.
I think it can be overbearing at times, but like when you like went camping and then you like put on a hoodie that you like wore camping, you're like, oh hell yeah, I wish it was there.
People are like, oh, I don't want to get the smoke. It gets into my clothes. Then you smell like smoke. That's awesome. It's not cigarette smoke that you smell like. You smell like open flame smoke.
Cigar smoke smells good.
Like
I think cigars. I like the smell of cigar smoke.
Every once in a while though, you'll get the bar I used to go to. There was one guy that would smoke cigar, and they were just like, I'm like, dude, these can't be more than $1 a piece. They smelled like shit.
You're smoking cardboard.
Yeah, and they were like not small, like big, full size cigars, but they smelled awful. I was like, that's either a $500 cigar that I'm not sophisticated enough to understand, or that thing is $2.
He's buying a Swisher Sweet and smoking the actual Swisher Sweet.
That would smell better. Because that would smell like berry or whatever the fuck flavor you get.
I feel like
This
it's
was
just
a
cardboard.
gross
They don't
cigar.
put real stuff in that. They're like, it's cardboard. We know you're cutting this open.
Yeah, is there any product that where more of it is wasted than the Swisher Sweet?
It's like, okay, I need your product, but not for anything in it.
Yeah.
Just because I want to use it and put other stuff in it.
You know we sell wraps. No, I'm not buying it for that. I'm gonna smoke. I like smoking Swisher
I just like
Sweets.
this. This is what I like. I like the taste. Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
Good smells and bad smells. They're all awesome.
Yeah, I don't like the smell of gasoline though.
I do. Or like, ooh, fresh cut grass.
Don't like that either. It makes me think of having to cut the grass every weekend when I was a kid. Like when my dad like wouldn't let us go do stuff until we do that. I was like, fuck. And you'd smell like my brother would get up and we'd alternate who had to the front and the back. And if you did the backyard, since it was smaller, you had to weed eat and all that shit. And weed eat and edge, and it was the worst. But like I knew like when Will would have to do stuff, he'd be like, oh, I'm getting out there. You could like fucking smell the grass. Like, God damn it, now I have to do this.
Home Depot.
Wood.
Home Depot's the best.
Nobody
Like, even as a
hates-
kid, when
nobody
you
hates the smell of wood though.
But it was like you hated going to Home Depot as a kid because you're like, my dad's gonna have me in here for 2.5 fucking hours. Which, why did it take our dad so long? Anytime I've ever had to go to Home Depot, I'm in and out in 10 minutes, tops, and that's when I can't find what I'm looking for. And eventually, I find it. But like you go with your dad as a child, maybe it just seemed long. But I was like,
Yeah,
I swear
it
to God, we
seemed
were in there
long.
for 45 minutes every time because he's just wandering around the garden section too. Like, oh, just looking for anything. Like, no, Dad, how dare you come in here without a plan? But you hated going. As soon as you got there, they're like, but it smells like sawdust. I don't
Yeah,
like this.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that.
Big on smells.
Big smell guy. Are you a big Robert Feline guy?
Love Robert Felines.
So I got some Robert Felines if you're down.
All
If you
right.
guys are inclined to do some Robert Felines, I can do that for you. Robert Felines is a fun segment we do every week on the podcast where we give you a bunch of words that are codes for other words. Robert Feline was presented to us as if that was the proper name for bobcat. So Robert Feline means bobcat. Then ever since then, we have just gotten weird in our brains and tried to figure out ways to come up with codes for other words and see who can guess those words. So this is the Robert Feline segment, and I brought in a handful of these. We got a busy show today, so I don't have time for a ton. But let's go with, this is maybe the easiest one I've got. Okay, this is a band. This is a band.
Is it the Dead Presidents?
It's not that. It's a band. Dead President Washington Square. Dead President Washington Square.
Oh my God. Johnny Cash?
Nope.
That was Dead President Cash.
Dead President Washington Square. It's 2 words.
Washington, statue, monument.
DC.
You're getting there. You're getting there. Statue, monument. What other things?
Mount Rushmore.
What's the president you're thinking of? Dead president.
I don't know. There's like 40 of them.
Yeah.
We got one that's in office and he's dead.
It's a band. Dead President
I got nothing.
Washington Square.
I give up.
Yeah, what is it?
Robert is wearing a shirt of that band. It's Lincoln Park. Washington Square Park, Abraham Lincoln.
I didn't know Washington Square Park was a thing.
It's one of the most well-known parks in the United States.
I didn't know.
Not a big park guy.
Maybe the second most well-known park in New York.
Behind Yellowstone?
That's
Just in New York? Oh,
Central-
it's in New York? I was thinking this was
Washington
in D.C.
Square Park? No.
No,
I
I've
didn't know where it was.
literally never heard of
It's
it.
where the Friends Fountain was.
I
Or
thought that was...
the alleged Friends Fountain. I think that was Hollywood, but still.
Okay.
They have the fountain there that's supposed to be the Friends Fountain.
Okay.
Lincoln Park was that one. This is a plant. Goddess wing mouth.
Venus flytrap?
Yep. Wow. That was easy.
Funny thing is, as soon as you said plant, the first thing that popped in my head was Venus flytrap before you said
Yeah.
it. Just because I was like, this is going to give him some options to play with.
Venus, goddess, wing, fly, trap is your mouth. Let's go with, this is a children's TV character. Warrior Coach Glove Toad.
Jesus.
Warrior Coach Glove Toad.
Okay. Glove toad. Okay, toad. Frog.
I think this should be easy.
It's always easy when you know the
No,
answer
no, no.
beforehand.
And my wife got this pretty quick. And
Well, she's smarter than me.
yeah.
Kermit the Frog.
Yep.
Damn.
Steve-
The funny thing is, I was thinking frog. Couldn't think of.
Yeah, I don't know how. I just heard Frog. I'm like, oh, Kermit the Frog.
In my head, I had cartoon character. Couldn't get it out.
Yeah, Steve Kerr is the Warriors coach. Kerr, glove, mitt, and the frog.
Okay.
I couldn't think of any cartoon character that was a frog.
I have
Yeah.
a listener submitted one.
Okay.
All right.
Someone DM'd me,
All right.
like we said last week. It's an athlete
Okay.
from Brandon Whitehead. Bullhorn chicken.
It's an easy one.
Bullhorn
Foul.
chicken.
Bullhorn chicken. I don't know why Fowler is the last name. Ricky Fowler. It's not Ricky Fowler.
I will say that it's not.
Dexter Fowler?
No, I will say it's not a current athlete.
Can you give us the sport?
No, he can't.
That would really give it away.
Yeah, okay.
That would really give it away.
Fowler.
What's the clue again? Bullhorn what?
Chicken.
Bullhorn chicken.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Colonel.
I'll give you the sport. It'll give it away, but
Is it
boxing.
Boxing.
Oh, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Tyson chicken.
Bullhorn. Oh, yeah. Bullhorn is Mike. Mm-hmm. Got it. That's good. That's good.
I got one too. It's a food, and it is a pre-meal wolf.
Pre-meal wolf. Wolf just makes me think chili, but I feel like it's not chili.
It's not.
I was gonna guess chili too.
Oh, fuck. Pre-meal. Dude, you got me.
It's a pudding.
Is it? It's not.
Snack pack.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
wolf
yeah,
pack,
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's good.
That's
It's
also
really
like,
good.
it's gonna be very hard to get snack pack.
That's
Who the fuck
really
thinks
good,
this-
though.
Adam Sandler would have had it right away.
That's perfect. This is a U.S. city. This is a U.S. city. General Talkie.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, let's go, Pat.
Just talkie, walkie, talkie. What else?
Let's
is gonna be
go.
talkie?
I don't know. I felt like it was two words. So you're like, what? I don't know. Sometimes those confuse you.
Also, that walkie talkie made me think. Remember that song? Was it like MVP of the show 05? Walkie Talkie Man. Remember that song, dude? That was a sick song. I haven't heard it or thought of that song almost 2 decades.
Well, now we have a reason to bring it back now.
Walkie talkie, walking in and talking in a movie.
But this is a famous date. A famous date. Drinkwood Phil Sims.
Drinkwood. Like a date, like a month, day, year.
Yeah.
Like
Date?
9/11.
Yes. September 11. Drink, sip. Wood is timber. Phil Sims Whirler.
I guess we should have guessed that on today.
We're recording on 9/11, and I was like, I need to find one to make 9/11, and I really struggled with that one. But
I'm happy you didn't go with like crash tragedy or some shit.
yeah, no. It has to like spell out the word, kind of, you know.
but
What else? This is an animal. Zed boob holder.
zebra.
Yeah.
The Z kind of gives that one away.
Well, you guys shit on me for having.
No, I
was a good one. That was a good one.
like having the easy
Yeah,
ones because
yeah.
I feel smart.
Yeah, we need those sometimes.
Yeah. Well, those are your Robert Felines this week, gang. Those are your Robert Felines. Hope you got some
I
of
love
those.
that so much every week.
It is fun.
I feel really dumb, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah, like when you don't have it at all, you're like, I'm fucked. Everybody's gonna think I'm an idiot. And
Your
then
brain
you-
will just lock onto something that isn't there, and then you're screwed.
Then you realize that everybody else also doesn't know too, so you're like, you don't feel that bad. This
Robert,
is,
did you get any that people submitted to you but didn't give you the answer? I was worried that was going to happen.
we need to. Yeah, you should. And next week, be like, hey, I got 3 of them for you, and then we can bounce around more.
Yeah, no, I just got the one.
Okay.
In the game of the category.
That's why I was worried he was going to get a bunch of submissions that without answers,
yeah.
and we were going to be like, "What the fuck, guys?"
So hit up Robert at Robert Barbosa 03 on Twitter, and then, or I guess you could DM him, but you can just tweet it. No, yeah, you have to DM him at Robert Barbosa and just be like, I got a Robert Feline, and we'll do a couple of those each week. This was one that was a failed one. I thought I had the funniest one, and then I realized I fucked it up. This is a food topping. Insect diamond Boston Minor.
When it's that long, I just think pepperoni.
Insect diamond Boston Minor. It was Aunt Jemima, and then I realized I said minor and not mimer, which isn't a thing, so I couldn't use it. But I was like, because you said he's a mimer. He's a mimer.
See, that's what's crazy. He said food topping. Immediately, I was thinking pizza topping. So I would have
Sure.
never gotten close
Yeah.
to that.
Syrup. Yeah, I didn't know like the category. It was all fucked, I think, from the get-go, but I thought Insect Diamond Boston Minor was great. It would have had to be mimer, and that's not a thing, so didn't play. They can't all be winners, guys. They can't all be winners. Cross that one out my list.
Bring it back next week. I won't remember.
We're not going to go back to that one. All right, yeah, those are your Robert Felines, guys. This is quickly becoming maybe my favorite segment to do, or just my favorite thing to do throughout the week when I'm bored or like doing anything. Like
It's a fun exercise.
Let me think of some Robert Felines, and just you look at things around the room. Like, what would be a Robert Feline for this?
That's literally like when I said snack pack, I almost went backpack. I was like, I can see two of them. That's two on the nose.
All right, let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment, where we tell you what's back in the news according to us this week. Once again, the Comeback Kid segment is brought to you by our newest sponsors, Underdog Fantasy. It's the greatest time of year. Again, kickoff is already over, and football is back. Over 1 million fans across 32 states got in on the game last year by making picks on Underdog Fantasy. You can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite players' stats like touchdowns, passing yards, and more. Pat and I, before we started the pod, Robert loved this part where we just were coming together with a parlay.
In the lab, cooking it up.
We were just coming together with a Precome entry. Excuse me, a Precome entry is what we call it. And our Precome entry, we got a little freebie. They have a gimme pick is what they call it on Underdog. If you use my promo code AlexTheBuzz, you're gonna get a free Precome entry, and then they're gonna credit you some for using my promo code as well. They gave us Josh Allen to have higher than a half a total yard. So Josh Allen literally has to fall forward and not lose 1 yard after that. So if he throws 188 yards, we win. If he throws 1 yard,
we win.
We win. So that's a gimme. That's a gimme pick right there. And then for Pat, I'm riding with my boy Pat. We're going with his school, Texas State. We got your quarterback McLeod over. Or you have your quarterback McLeod to have higher than 1.5 touchdown passes. So
playing Arizona State Thursday night.
Josh Allen higher than a half of a total yard, and Jordan McLeod higher than 1.5 touchdown passes.
Little Thursday pick 'em.
Well, wet the bake a little bit. Wet the bake. That's when football is back. Two picks for that turns $5 into 15. You turn $5. It's 3
Beautiful.
for 1 right there, and we got a gimme pick. So really, like, we're guaranteed the Josh Allen one unless he somehow Aaron Rodgers himself before that happens, which won't happen. But then Jordan McLeod, that's really what we're riding on. Then we're going to turn Texas State on, and we're gonna hope that the Bobcats pull it out. The Robert Felines get it done. But Underdog Fantasy is the best fantasy app in the game. Making picks, it's very straightforward and very easy. Signing up is easier than that too. Just head over to Underdog's simple to use mobile app or underdogfantasy.com. Sign up for promo code AlexTheBuzz, and Underdog is going to give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code AlexTheBuzz. I do this for work as well to claim your new customer special of a free pick in your deposit offer. AlexTheBuzz, all one word, no spaces in that, for your free new customer special of a free pick in your deposit offer. Must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Alex O has already hit me up. He's got on the Underdog Fantasy. Ooh. He was tweeting about it. We were going back and forth about what we were looking at, our pick'em entries all weekend. It was fun. Underdog Fantasy, guys. Join it. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right. Our first Comeback Kid this week is getting arrested before going to a sporting event that you are playing in, because Scotty Scheffler had that happen to him earlier this year. I don't remember. Was it U.S. Open?
Or was it the Masters?
I
think it was the Masters.
Whatever it was. Happened with Scotty Scheffler in golf. And then week 1, I've got ESPN up. I'm putting my bets in. I'm doing all my things. And they're like, breaking news. Tyreek Hill, Dolphins receiver, has been arrested outside of the Dolphins facility. And I was like, wait, what? So Tyreek Hill, don't bet Tyreek Hill. Okay, good to know. And then they're like, well, he's being detained, actually. He's actually being detained by officers. They said that he was recklessly driving, blah, 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 blah. They've detained another one of his teammates. And then they're like, he will play, though. He is going to play in today's game. And I was like, well, if he's going to play, Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown scorer, auto bet. Tyreek Hill did score a touchdown, and they did a handcuff celebration, which was awesome. But yeah, this is the second time this year that a player has been arrested on the way to the sporting event that they were doing. Scotty Scheffler that was a different situation. This was reckless driving on Tyreek Hill, but I've seen some video. Now this is a new segment we're going to try out called White Guys Look at Police Body Cam Footage and break it down without problems. So as a white
Difficulty
guy,
level impossible.
yeah, as a white guy that looked at some police body cam footage, Pat, what did you think?
I actively tried not to watch the full thing because I felt like that I was going to get in trouble if I talked about it.
Yeah.
From what I hear, maybe could have been a little bit more compliant, but also, and also everyone who's told me that agrees, those cops were dickheads. Like so apparently just all complete fucking assholes, especially when you find out they didn't clock him going fast.
Yeah.
They go, well, it looked like he was probably going 60.
Because he's in like a Lambo. He's in a fucking fast looking car.
It was driving faster than all the other cars on the road.
What was Lambo?
But when they said we approximated his speed at 60 miles an hour, you didn't even turn on the radar gun?
Yeah.
Then half of his team showed up on the side of the road.
They're like, yo, it's Tyreek Hill. He's just like, let him go. And they're
like, well, you're only Jonnu Smith, so we're detaining you also. Then Calais Campbell showed up and they're like, you're 6'7", 290. We're going to leave you alone.
We're going to just chill. I thought that both parties did not handle it to the best of their abilities that they could have. It could have gone way smoother than it did. I think Tyreek was more difficult than he needed to be. I also think the police were way, way, way more excessive than they needed to be, and they felt disrespected, so then they tried to put, like, all right, well, you're going to disrespect us? Then watch this. And I'm not saying that Tyreek Hill should have disrespected police, but it was like, there was one cop in particular that was like, yeah, dude, you just wanted to escalate this. You were trying to escalate this. And then as you, like, when you watch the video, you can see people, like, walking to the stadium. They're like, that's fucking Tyreek Hill. Is that Tyreek Hill? Why is he on the ground? What are you doing? You have people pull out phones. Like, you had to know this was going to go bad.
And also, as a Miami police officer, when you pull over Tyreek Hill, I don't care if he's being a dick right from the start. You go, do you need an escort to the stadium, sir? That's your, like, best player on your team.
Right.
Have a little local pride. Like, nobody, your police department is not going to fire you over going, well, you pulled over a dude that was speeding and you let him go. Cops have the discretion to do that. Now, people might go, well, this is bullshit. Like, if it comes out later on, you let him go because he's a star player. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You let your star players get away with it, and you turn into Georgia.
So you went
the best team in college football.
Yeah, you went back-to-back national championships.
Yeah. Also, dude, it's Tyreek Hill.
And he you know what you did? You just motivated him, and now he's gonna be on a fuck you tour. And we should have Tyreek Hill higher than a touchdown reception tomorrow also, like, on our underdog fantasy play.
I feel like if you're a cop in Miami, you're from Miami.
No,
nobody becomes a cop and goes, let me go do this in Miami. What? Like, that's the wildest place to want to be a cop.
Yeah, there's some chaos going down.
Like, you want to live in Miami too because it's cool. Blah blah. It's fucking Miami. I don't want to deal with drugs.
You don't have to. You could just get crooked.
No, but that's what,
you
like,
could be a crooked cop. That'd be
as crooked. You know, as crooked as I would get would be never arresting players on my team.
Yeah, and only you wait outside the visitors, you just arrest the opposing team.
Now, if I was a cop in Cleveland, I would tailgate Deshaun Watson everywhere and be like, just because I'd be like, I need Tyree.
Well, he might like that, but being tailgated.
But I'd be like, I need to arrest him so that we can get Jameis Winston starting and maybe actually win a game.
Or maybe just trade Jameis for like a 5th or 6th round pick to the Giants.
Or to the Packers for 3 weeks, and then we'll give him back.
You could trade him to the Giants.
Yeah, Malik Willis scares me.
It's a cool name, though.
Great name. But yeah, absolutely wild. What happened to the good old days when athletes got special treatment, huh? They don't have enough
People
going
bitched
for them.
about it, and then they don't.
The athletes have such a hard life. All they have to fall back on are millions and millions and millions of dollars. What happened to the real perks of being a pro? Being able to get away with everything.
You're right. But
obviously sarcastic, but also kind of not when it comes to your star wide receiver. You just, Tyreek, sorry. Just can you slow it down a little bit on your way to the stadium? Appreciate it, man. Have a good game. That's literally all you have to do, and nobody's going to get mad at you. You know who's going to get mad? Not the people that live in Miami.
Right. Yeah, it was just crazy. This has happened in, like twice at sporting events with the athletes. So I think everybody could have handled the situation better. I think the police were more in the wrong. Looking at it again.
Actually, I think I'm going to need the Green Bay police to pull over Malik Willis on the way to the game.
But then you got to go with a third string quarterback.
No. He gets eventually. He's only detained. He's not arrested.
Oh, so then he's on a fuck you.
So then he gets there and
I like
play.
that.
Wait, I don't think we're in Green Bay this week. Fuck.
Well, you can figure it out. I like that though. But yeah, shout out to Tyreek Hill. And the body cam footage. Pat said it. It's atrocious. Like the fucking the cinematography on it was
terrible.
Absolute bullshit. There was no transitions.
It's the only time I'm in favor of raising taxes to either get them better cameras or just every cop has a cameraman that.
Can you put
follows
a fucking Ring camera or put a fucking like light on there? The lighting was terrible. They're outside.
Like the TV show Cops should be a federally funded program. I'll say it.
Yeah, they could teach people how to do that.
Should have somebody in every department.
I like that.
The local high school, all these kids trying to get AV credit. You're following a cop for a shift.
It's perfect.
Every day you got another kid with just a cell phone camera just pointing it at the cop.
That's perfect, dude.
I'm filming you. Like, yeah, it's your job. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm going to arrest you.
I like that. a lot. So yeah, shout out Tyreek Hill. Also, comeback kid this week is kickoffs. Because I don't know if you know this, Pat. And by kickoffs, I mean explaining kickoffs. Because there's a new NFL kickoff. It's called the dynamic kickoff. Now, what happens here is the players are lined up 10 yards apart from each other. And I don't know if you watched any football this weekend, Pat, but so
is it 5 yards apart from each other?
or whatever it is. They're located a certain amount of distance apart, and they can't move until the ball has either been touched on the ground or the receiving team has officially received the ball. Then everybody can move. So really, there's just two people back to move back. And then if it goes into the end zone, ball goes to the 35-yard line.
I thought it was 30.
Whatever. It's 30. I think
30.
it's 35. I think it's 35.
I think it's 30.
I don't know. I'm like 5 yards off on all this, but they explained all this shit every fucking kickoff. And it was like, that. I absolutely get the first two kickoffs of every game. But this is the fourth quarter now. I don't need you to explain the kickoff again.
I think they need to. Because you got to remember, a lot of people aren't watching with sound on all the time. It's going to be at least a couple weeks. They got to keep doing it until it's ingrained, until you know for sure. See, one of us is wrong on this, but I was going to say I think it goes out to the 30 because every team was just going, we'll give you the ball in 30. We don't care. We're kicking it into the end zone. Make it to 35. Because 35, like you're starting a good way up the field. If you make it, the ball goes to 35, then they'll start kicking it in the kick zone and we'll get more returns, like was the plan. We got a few.
There's a kickoff return.
Yeah, we've gotten a few, but like not a lot. I want a lot. I want it most of the time for there to be a return now.
But yeah, there's new rules, and they want us to know about the new rules.
You're going to keep hearing it, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe what you need to do if you're already sick of it, when you know the kickoff is coming, mute it. Mute the TV.
But now they have the graphics with it too, and it's like almost just as bad.
I like it though. I need the graphic because I need to see the landing zone. I need all this.
No, but they show
ingrained in my
you
brain.
the landing zone on the screen when they're actually doing it. It's before that where they're like, all right, so these are the fake players that aren't on the field but will be on the field, and this is what happens when the ball kicks off, and this is what happens when they return, and this is the scenarios. I'm like, okay.
See, I need another
Thanks.
week though too because I was so emotionally dead from the Packers. I was zoned out all Sunday.
On Sunday,
I
so
didn't.
maybe that's what it was
I
for.
wasn't really getting it.
That's who it was for then. Yeah, kickoffs are back this week. Very much so. And also back, Robert's favorite thing from the week, debates are back. Debates are back. Robert would not shut up about the debates.
They're eating dogs.
They're going to eat your cats. They're eating your cats. You know it. Immigrants.
No, Donald, that's not nice.
I didn't watch a second of it.
I watched all of it. It was horrible.
Is that eating cats and dogs was a thing, and then concepts was the word that everybody talked about. Yeah, I have concepts of an idea. The Giants are a concept of a football team right now.
It had when they asked Trump if he had a plan on something, and he said that all I could think of was Bob Odenkirk going, well, I'll give you part of the plan. I'm not giving you the full plan because then you'll just take the plan from The Office. That's all I could think about. I almost had to pause it. So
Was it Will Arnett?
It was Will Arnett. Will Arnett.
You,
that's who it was. Not Odenkirk.
What are your plan to help the company? Well, I can't tell you that because if I told you that, then you would know the plan, and then you don't need me.
I'll give you one part.
I'll give you part 1 of part 4. How many parts are there? 11 parts. That's why you hire me to give you this.
It was just another moment that everyone has had so many times over the past couple months of just going, how is this it? How is this what we have to choose from?
Yeah.
It's God.
I wish John Madden could have been president.
He would have been great.
He would have been the best president.
He would have done awesome things that everyone agreed with, but didn't affect the country. Like he would have made the turducken the official meal of the United States. Like it is. Brett Favre would, and see, this was before Brett Favre had problems. So Brett Favre would have won the Presidential Medal of Freedom because nobody loved Brett Favre like John Madden. Football would have been the national sport. He would have made it official. America's pastime will always be baseball, but the national sport would have officially been football.
The future would be football for sure. Yeah, but debates are back, and there's nothing worse than like if you're in a group chat that gets debate heavy. Like I was in one, and everybody was watching the group, like the thing, and like my phone, I had to just mute it. I was like, all right, I'm not going to discuss it. I'm watching Goodfellas instead, dude. Like it's way cooler here.
It was like me and two other friends watching it, and one of our buddies. I was super jealous. He was playing D&D. I was like, you fucking dick. I want to do that so badly.
That sounds so much more fun.
So I was just texting him the best quotes of the night. So like randomly, I would just text him, they're eating dogs. I'm talking now. This is my time. There was some great quotable funny moments, but then I was telling you beforehand, I love watching the post-debate coverage because just depending on what channel you're watching, your guy won. Or your side won and the other side was terrible. But then there's the talking points. And everyone comes on and says the exact same.
Make sure you all say this.
Everyone say it was 3-on-1. Everyone say it was 3-on-1. They were all against him. The Republicans. It was 3-on-1. It was the two moderators and Kamala against Trump. It was 3-on-1. But then there's one guy who I fucking hate, that Vivek guy who tried to run for president. He's a piece of shit and he's just a grifter.
Vivek?
Every time, like I saw him on 2 different programs, and every time he went on, the first thing he would say is, well, you know I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm like, oh, so that's your catchphrase now? Because everyone knows you're not. Nobody's flip-flop like him since John Kerry.
Straight. Here comes a lie.
Dude, at the second time he came on, his first word, he's like, well, you know I'm going to give it to you straight. And then he just double hand sucked Donald Trump for the next 2.5 minutes while he was talking. And I was like, you're not giving it straight. He did okay. He did exactly what you thought he was going to do. He didn't have his best performance he's ever done. He'll never top when he debated Hillary. That was the funniest debate of all time. Because you'd be in jail. Like, there's never been a more quotable debate moment.
It's crazy to me the pre and post game that they do with political shit like that. Like I get election night coverage, but I can't remember who it was that was a panelist that for some reason I follow on Instagram, but she was on the CNN panel and she was like getting ready for a debate pregame. And it was like 9 other people down a desk. And I was like, good, because what I was really thinking is like, I need 10 people's opinions on this. I need to hear all 10 of them talk. What the fuck? It's too many. It's too many. I feel like the Fox pregame show, I love the Fox pregame show on NFL Sundays, but like there's 9 guys on it. Not really. There's like 6 guys, and it's like, that's a lot of people.
That's what we need.
That's still a lot of people. Just put Howie, Terry,
dude, give us
Michael
the
Strahan.
pregame ones.
Julian Edelman can be goofy out there. We can have Gronk go and spike some and be like, I don't know. But Trump said this. Wacky.
I need just a mega one of all of the sports guys, though. I need Howie, Terry, Michael Irvin. I want Shaq and
Jimmy. I tell you what,
Shaq and
Trump,
Charles up there.
He's a wild guy, and that Kamala, I don't know.
Dude, actually, you know what? Just give me the TNT crew. Shaq and Charles reacting to politics with Ernie Johnson trying to be like keep them in.
Dude, Fox needs to do the.
Don't touch my money, Ernie.
Fox NFL Sunday crew should do the Fox debate like pre and post, and then they need to get TNT, the NBA on TNT, to do like CNN.
There's 2 commercial breaks, so during the commercial breaks, you just break in the TNT guys.
That Trump was terrible. That Trump was terrible right there. I don't know what he was saying. Kamala whopped the floor with his ass.
I tell you what, Ernie, they better not try and eat my dog.
Oh.
You know, this is me, Shaq. But actually, I've tried dog before. It's not that good.
Shaq, you too damn fat. Nobody gonna come for you.
Shaq, didn't you used to be a genie?
I've never done a Charles Barkley impression before. I'm impressed by mine. It's horrible, but it's also right on.
And then Ernie's just like, all right, let's get back to it, guys. No, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know how to play the game. He don't know it. I was not familiar with Kamala's game.
Dude, I've never needed anything more in my life than this.
We should do an entire podcast as Charles Barkley and Shaq.
I might have to start an account that's just tweeting at Frank Caliendo every day until he does political breakdowns as Shaq and Charles.
I didn't really like what Trump was bringing up. I felt like he just was sidestepping every single question.
Ernie, he lying.
We all know it. Everybody saw it. That was a bold-faced lie.
He lied, and her laugh sounded like a hyena.
He looked like one of them women down in San Antonio.
I think I'm going to run for president. Shut up, Shaq. No, you're not. You're too big. You can't even fit in a presidential motorcade, Shaq.
You'll get shot just like JFK.
You'll be the biggest target ever. I'm obsessed with doing Charles Barkley's voice now.
I hope somebody else is laughing. You need to do a Charles Barkley breakdown of it. Do the wait, is it side question. We can cut this, but is it like, you know how on Instagram you can go and you can put like the other person's face on there? Is that blackface if like he did Charles Barkley? He's not painting his face black. He's just putting like the fake image there.
I would still say it is.
I think it's impersonation at that point. I've never done a video, but
I can't do it. But like,
I did take a picture one time when I was taking a dump, and I put Kevin Durant's face on me. And it's really funny.
Yeah,
it fits too well. And I was like sweaty, so it looked like him like in a post game like press conference, but it's just me on the toilet.
Down bad.
I want to do it now.
But yeah, debates are back, and so is the word concept. That's what I got. And cats and dogs. People are eating cats and dogs, or they're saying they're eating cats and dogs.
Actually, Mr. Trump, they said they have no credible. I saw it on the news. That was his response. I saw a guy talking about it on the news, and I was like, people fucking lie on the news all the time.
I fucking love that. There's how many political arguments do you hear, though? It's like, I fucking saw CNN said it. What are you talking about?
Like, if you're a nihilist and you just know everything's going to get worse regardless, the debates can be very funny.
Yeah, like, you just got to laugh at it.
It's like sad. You're like, I'm watching my future die, but I got to chuckle.
Who was the rapper that did the like vote or die shirts?
I think that was Diddy.
Was it Diddy?
It was Diddy.
It was Snoop. I feel like a bunch of rappers had it though, but like it was like a whole like movement. It was like vote or die, and they're trying to get people to go vote. And I think it'd be really funny just making sure it says vote or don't. Like, I don't know, man.
Participation's not.
I don't really like anybody. I don't like anything right now, man. But
well, if you don't vote, you don't get the right to complain.
Yeah, I do. I'm doing it right now.
Yep.
It's so easy. It's very easy. Yeah, but you can't complain. No, I'm doing it. Like, can you hear me? This is me complaining. This sucks.
I wrote in Harambe.
I had to write somebody's name. All right. Our next comeback kid, Ray Gun. Our girl's back. Our girl is back. She's officially, after getting a 0 at the Olympics, not medaling at the Olympics, being a laughingstock of the universe, getting nominated for the Gravies Meme of the Year category. She's about to get another Gravies nomination. The first, I guess the first in the non-main Gravy Awards. She's going to be the first 2-time nominee. And Ray Gun is back because, yeah, she's crushing it. She's crushing it. I don't know what the governing body of breakdancing is. We kind of talked about this when we talked about her the first time, where she kind of rigged it with her husband, and they did a bunch of these events that were Olympic qualifier events, but the regular breakdancing organization. I feel like it seems like boxing. I don't know a lot about boxing, but I know that there's like 8,000 governing bodies of boxing, because you can be the heavyweight champ of the WBO, but you're not the heavyweight champ of the WBC. They're like, I'm the real heavyweight champ, and then they have unification fights. Breakdancing must be like that. I don't know. But like then like at some point somebody was like, yo, we need to make breakdancing official. And then like Ray Gun and her husband were the nerds. They were like, we'll start the group. We'd like to head that. And so she's competed in ones where they actually like track your performances, and then other like top breakdancers just don't go to those. So like they are way better breakdancers than her, but she's the #1 ranked breakdancer. And like I love that.
And the Olympics didn't count at all.
It didn't. And
it's like the biggest official thing that they
anymore.
could do, none of the qualifiers, the actual Olympics, every event leading up to it doesn't count.
Breaking news.
She got a literal 0 in the Olympics. How do you get a 0? Like, I would assume you could get a 1 just by like being on the stage. And she got a 0 because they were all like, you're disgracing our, I don't want to call it a sport.
It's a sport. It was an Olympic sport.
It was. I'm just saying I don't want to call it that.
Breaking news, though, quickly. Daniel Jones says he's not concerned about his confidence going into Sunday. So we're back, baby. We're back. Daniel Jones is good again. He's not worried.
Dan.
He's not. He's Daniel right now.
Yeah, he is Daniel.
He's not worried about it.
I just want to see you like on your couch. He completes a 15-yard out. You're like, that's Dan. He misses an open receiver. You're like,
Daniel.
fucking Danny.
Yeah. So that was breaking news that nobody else cared about but me. But he's good, dude. What? He's not worried. He's not worried. He's not even worried.
It's one game.
It's one game.
Hey, you know what? All your guys, they get paid too.
You know what? I bet.
The pros, they have pride. They're going to
That's
try.
a great point. I bet that the 16-1 still makes playoffs.
I bet so.
I bet it does. I bet it does.
Every week. Hey, 15-2 is going to.
I did that all last year.
14-3. 13-4.
8-9. 8-9's good.
Hey, I've seen losing teams make the playoffs. It
Look,
could happen.
dude, 7-9. We could make it too. It's been done. It's been done. There's seven. Yeah, I don't know how the math works. It fucks me up that we have 17 games. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good at doing 16 math. I'm not good at 17 math.
I spent my whole life doing math to 16. And then I spent 8 years not doing any math anymore because I was out of school.
'Cause any
and then they
mediocre-
changed it and I have to learn new math.
Yeah, any mediocre team, you're like, I don't know, 8-8. That was just like half of the NFL was going to go 8-8, according to me, every single year. Usually more than half, because I'm like, I'm not going to say they're going to win 4 games. 8-8. It's the safest play for any team. You're like, okay, all right. And now you don't have that. 18-game season, at least you'll have 9-9. At
Yeah.
least you'll have
I
that.
actually do kind of like, though, that you can't just be even, so there's no ties. Except for the occasional
have the
one or two
same
ties
record.
that happen a year.
Yeah. But yeah, Raygun's back. Sorry, I derailed that. Raygun is back, and
terrible.
I do. Oh no, she's not. She's my favorite. She's my favorite breakdancer of all time. I like Kazam.
I'll let her break off on something. Shut up, Charles.
Do you know what Kazam is, Robert? A long time ago, Shaq did a genie movie, and he was the genie named Kazam, and it was a really bad movie, but it was really funny.
It was awesome.
As a kid, it was hilarious. As you get older, you're like, that was so bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an awful movie, but it's awesome.
He's like, you're not a genie. He's like, yeah, I am. He's like, well, like, prove it. He's like, what do you want me to, what's your wish? And his first wish was, make it rain cheeseburgers. And like, he was like,
raining Big Macs.
ask and you shall receive. And then just cheeseburgers started flying out on the kid's head. It was crazy. Bad movie, but funny as a kid.
When Shaq had his acting spree in the late 90s, that was awesome.
The last thing on Raygun is just like, I do respect, like, and by respect, I mean, I think it's funny where you just like, you can circumvent a bunch of stuff and like put yourself at the top. Like, that's hilarious to me. Like, no, you guys just didn't do the work. I did the work. You didn't fill out the paperwork. You didn't go to the shows. Like, yeah, we did the real breakdancing stuff. Not ours.
If you have enough money to where you can spend a lot of your free time doing this and then trick your government into funding you,
You're a winner in my
you can
book.
do anything.
You're a
It's
winner.
but you have to have a certain amount of money to have the balls to try and trick your government.
It was like when I couldn't get in the Guinness Book of Records. And I was like, where's the Pass the Gravy Book of Records, which is not printed at all. But I was like, we don't really have to verify it. I'm the Cal Ripken of crawfish. I have the world's longest crawfish streak.
You're like
Any
the
other-
WBO and WBC, man. You're just a different organization.
Yeah.
Or we are a different organization.
We are the Gravy World Record Company. But yeah, Raygun's back. Shout out to her. And she is officially a nominee for Athlete of the Year. And Athlete of the Year, not a very stacked category so far.
Well, because football's just started.
That's true. Right. That's true. That's true. But our nominees for Athlete of the Year, Caitlin Clark, Scotty Scheffler, and Raygun. We have 3 nominees for that. Crushing it. But Raygun's back. And then we have another nominee coming up. This is an unfortunate one, but James Earl Jones passed away. Jedge, as a lot of people called him. I personally called him Jedge. He passed away. Most famous role was Darth Vader.
The voice of Darth Vader.
Yeah, voice of Darth Vader.
And Mufasa.
Right, no, but like if you're like most famous, is it Darth Vader or is it Mufasa?
It's Vader.
yeah.
It's Vader.
Yeah.
Have more people seen The Lion King or Star Wars? Because every kid has seen The
Lion
Lion King, right?
Yeah.
I would say...
But there's a lot of Star Wars.
I don't know. I would bet there's a lot of kids that haven't seen The Lion King now because it's so old. But Star Wars also, you got to remember, had a 25-year head start on it for views.
True. I don't know, but like
And it's Star Wars.
There's very few people where like, is this the most iconic thing? Like, you know, like that's he's in rarefied air for not being like an A-list actor. Like
But-
he was never like the guy. He wasn't in everything, but he was in everything without being in everything, which is crazy. He wasn't Tom Hanks, but still somehow every movie you'd see him in. Like what What was the dude that Let It Rain? He passed away.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. He was kind of like that for a while. Like, you're like, he's in Hunger Games? Like, he would just pop up in movies. He wasn't always a main character or anywhere related to a main character.
Great character
but like,
actor.
he always knocks it out of the park in what he does, even if it's like a voice acting anything. But you're like, yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's in the movie at Fox.
James Earl Jones was just, he had the iconic voice. My brother sent me a screenshot that made me very sad. Of in his group chat, somebody had sent the Mufasa, Dad, wake up. And I was like, oh. I was like, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
Like King Joffrey, though, he had the lion around his chest and Coming to America. That was cool. Yeah, he passed away. Death of the Year nominee. We got to add him to the Death of the Year nominee. So, like, this is the most stacked. I mean, like, we have, like, the legit Gravies Awards, MVP Man of the Year, Woman of the Year, Best Answers, Question Asker, I Love You Man, Darling Like a Marlin, Gravy Gangster. But for Death of the Year, Toby Keith, O.J. Simpson, Bill Walton, James Earl Jones, Jerry West, Richard Simmons.
Dude, that is a stacked
That is
category.
a loaded Death of the Year
And we
category.
got a couple months left to go.
And if I get hit by the car, do you like would you guys add me to it?
I mean, you'd be
If I
added.
die, if I die, you have to throw me in Death of the Year, though.
Yeah, you'll be in there. I can't guarantee
get
a win, though. I mean, you're going up against some heavy hitters there, buddy.
As long as I get a nomination, that's all I ask for. But yeah, Ray Gun is nominated for Meme of the Year and Athlete of the Year, too, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, James Earl Jones passed away, and that was sad.
And somehow I didn't watch Star Wars yet. Might have to watch that tonight,
Yeah.
just out of respect.
Just do it. Just do it, dude.
Or Lion King or Sandlot.
Yeah.
Probably
You
Sandlot.
could do that. All right, let's go to our not cool segment. There's a lot of things in life that make you say, hey, that's not cool, man. But one of those things is never going to be the dope merch you can get at PassTheGravyMerch.com. PassTheGravyMerch.com. Get your new Gravy Gang 2024 campaign shirts. We saw the debates. You saw the debates. I didn't see the debates. I saw stuff from the debates. But if you don't like those candidates, Gravy Gang is always the best candidate. That's my candidate. I'm just going to write in Gravy Gang this year. That might be who I vote for.
Just vote for yourself. You're old enough now.
I could, yeah. I could. I'm just going to put Gravy Gang 2024 on it. And you can get those shirts, PassTheGravyMerch.com. We got dad hats. We got shorts. We got all kinds of awesome PTG gear. This is your way to support the podcast. You don't really have to like subscribe to anything. There's no monthly fees to listen to this podcast. We're never going to put it behind a paywall, but if you've been listening for a while, you're a new listener, and you're like, hey, I can kind of dig what these guys are doing. You're watching us on YouTube, by the way. Go subscribe to our YouTube at Pass Grade Podcast on YouTube, youtube.com/PassGradePodcast, and subscribe. Share us with a friend. But if you're watching us or listening to us, and you're just like, yeah, these guys are pretty chill, we're not going to ask you to sign up for Patreon. Head over to our merch store, PassTheGravyMerch.com, get some cool stuff, and then you get to wear it around, too. You get to wear it around, you get to show it off, and then everybody's like, what is that shirt? And it's my favorite podcast. You should check them out. PassTheGravyMerch.com, at PassTheGravyPod is where you can hit us up if you get stuff from them, and then show us you in your shirts and your shorts and all this stuff. We got Pass the Gravy sticker packs, all kinds of awesome stuff. The dad hats are the best. I was wearing mine on Monday. Somebody said I looked like I was at a funeral because I had black shirt on and a black hat, and I was like, well, I'm just sad.
How many people you know that wear a hat to a funeral?
I would. Pass the Gravy merch. Yeah, get a hat for a funeral maybe. But you can also get the tie-dye hats. Those are cool, and those are not for funerals unless you want them to be. It's all up to you.
Maybe a wake.
Yeah, maybe a wake. These are more wake hats. But PassTheGravyMerch.com, PassTheGravyMerch.com. If you're getting anything from Pass the Gravy Merch, at PassTheGravyPod. Just send us a picture and we'll retweet it and we'll give you a shout out on the next podcast. PassTheGravyMerch.com, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool, man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
Oh, by the way, nobody got a shirt last week. I did check. There were a lot of comments, but my rule, and we will give a shirt away this week if somebody does it. We like the comments. The comments, you guys are commenting and populating the comments on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/PassTheGravyPodcast. Go subscribe to it. And then on this week's video version, if you can type out the entire alphabet without being interrupted, no one else says it. Like if you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you get all the way to V, and then Pat says A, you got to start it over. Yeah, start it over. I think it was Tessa and Raymundo were doing it, and they kept canceling each other out on the YouTube video. So maybe wait till the middle of the night or something like that. But you got to do all 26 letters, or all 26. Yeah, they're letters. All 26 letters. And if somebody can do that, we'll give you a Gravy Gang 2024 shirt. And then also everybody try and sabotage everybody, because the more comments, the more we get pushed out. And then also give us some Robert Felines, and we'll try. I'll go in the comments tomorrow afternoon, and I will try and figure out any Robert Felines you leave me. You have to give me a category, though. Like in parentheses, put the category, and then give me the Robert Feline, and I'll see if I can get it. All right? I will go spend time on the comments, too. We got to populate those comments so then we show up higher on people's algorithms. Please help us out. That really is kind of what we're focusing on a lot right now. But share us with a friend, youtube.com/PassGrade Podcast. Not cool is when this is our vent sesh. You get your toe stubbed. That's not cool. Robert tries to stub me through this glass window I'm looking at. Also not cool. Varying degrees of not cools. But let's start with some listener and viewer submitted not cools. We are at Pass Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool if you would like to submit them to us on Twitter. That's the only way to do it. This is from Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on Twitter. And Mikey says his not cool is shutting his hand in his car door.
Yeah, I would say so. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, I had a couple of years ago. I got my finger stuck in the door. And it had the where under your fingernail bleeds,
underneath it.
And it was at the very bottom. And so for 7 months, there was just a black spot on my nail. It was like, what is that? I'm an idiot and closed my door on my finger. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. And it happens to the best of us. It's an unfortunate event, and then it usually stings for a week.
I came close recently where I don't remember if it was car door or what, but I realized as the door was closing, I moved my hand out of the way real quick. And it was close, and then just adrenaline spike.
Whew. That could have been it.
You're like, oh, that would have sucked so
been
bad,
it, dude.
But I guess I just have faster reflexes than you, Mikey. I'm sorry.
Fast twitch muscles. Next one is Ashley Wilkins. She's at Buster Healer Mix on Twitter, and Ashley says, went to take a shower only to find out that my dog had taken a shit in the bathtub. What the fuck? That sucks. But I'm sure she was still a good dog.
Well, at least you didn't find the poop right after you got out of the shower.
Honestly, if you're gonna step in shit, that might be the best place. It's you can already wash it down.
Even if
outside by the hose would be the best
even if
place.
you got to pick it up, then you're like, well, I'm getting in the shower.
Yeah,
hell, you could have even palmed it if you wanted to.
Had to bleach the shower and everything, she said. But
I bet because then you're putting hot water on it. It's gonna smell like hot shit.
Yeah, that does suck.
That sucks a lot. I'm sorry. That blows.
It is honestly one of the best places your dog could poop. Not cool ever though, but one of the best places if you had to rank places.
At least it wasn't on carpet.
Wasn't on carpet. Do you have a carpeted shower? I don't know.
That'd get moldy quick.
That'd be so wild.
That'd be gross.
Is this shower carpeted? Yeah, it is. It's shag.
You go a week without showering, you get back in there, and it's still wet, and you're like, ugh.
It's so gross.
What's grosser, that I haven't showered in a week or that the floor is still wet?
All right, next one is from Tessa G at Tessa Goriance on Twitter, GORYANCE. This is a photo with it. If you want to throw that up on the YouTube for everybody to see, Robert. Tessa sent us this. I think this happened last Thursday or Friday, but her not cool is when your dog falls out of bed and uses your face to try and catch herself. Took a claw all the way across the side of my eye. Definitely not cool, says Tessa. And yeah, it looks like it was her right eye. Honestly, she's lucky that she didn't get an eye injury like myself.
Yeah.
Not from a dog, but
that is
it was
good
right
gash.
in the middle of her eyebrow, all the way around the edge of the eye, and then back down again.
Oh my. Well, I mean,
that sucks.
It's gonna make up for Halloween a little bit easier. There's a bright side.
Okay.
Do some scary Halloween makeup.
Your face does heal fast.
She did send the update picture after cleaning it, and hopefully it doesn't scar. I hope it doesn't scar for you. It looks like it might heal well.
It should heal.
Hopefully it does. I'm sorry that happened, because then you can't even get mad at the pupper. Yeah, you're like, God damn it, but you didn't
scared,
mean to.
But yeah,
you're just a fallen little puppy. That sucks. I'm sorry.
That does suck. T's and P's, Tessa. T's and P's. I will go first since I feel like we've already talked about mine a little bit. But my not cool this week is, I guess, myself. Maybe football. a little bit of all of it, because you were here last week. We were 100 out of 10 excitement for football. We were like, let's fucking go football. We were doing dances, all this shit. Thursday, fuck yeah, first day of football. Let's go.
What a great game.
Friday, there was another game. I know you weren't happy with the outcome, but still, Friday there was football. Saturday, there's college football, full slate of games. Sunday, I wake up, Giants game day. I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I know that they weren't supposed to do great this year, but like you have that like,
What if?
It's right before football, the week that football starts, you're never more optimistic about your team than that point. You had it all in front of you. Nothing's gone wrong yet. And then kickoff happens and the first quarter happens and just I got kicked right in the dick. Football kicked me right in the dick. The Giants lost 28-6. I wanted to KMS the entire time. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I didn't watch a highlight show at all that night. I didn't watch a highlight show at all. Monday, I had to do the dark Monday where I just black it out so I don't have to watch them talk shit about my team. Tuesday, I turned the TV on. That's the first thing I see them doing. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's my fault. It's my own fault. I got myself excited about it. I got myself hyped up. Football is my favorite season of the year, and then my team just kicks me in the dick, and now I hate it again. And it's an addiction. I'm going through the stages of grief right now, and like it is Wednesday as of right now. By Thursday, Friday, I'm gonna be talking myself into it. You just saw Daniel Jones says he's not worried about his confidence. He's good. He's fine. And then Daniel Jones is going to go out and throw 4 interceptions and suck dick again. And I'm going to be like, why do I do this every Sunday? Like, I have 16 more games that I have to sit through and watch this fucking Giants team. And, like, if they want to get a great quarterback and be a high draft pick, they have to lose all of those games or most of those games. And that's not fun either. And then you get to the point where, like, if we've won too many, we can't win anymore. Like, I fucking hate that. I don't like rooting for losing. Losers root for losing. I understand you have to
Late
be
in the
high.
season you can, but
You have to be up
get late.
high in the draft to pick. I understand that you're a fucking loser if you're rooting for your team to lose. And I don't want to be that guy, but I'm just going to have to like go numb every Sunday. And I'm getting good at just going numb. I'm getting good at going numb. But my not cool this week is football for just absolutely kicking me in the dick after getting me all jacked up and excited for it. Like it's a cruel bitch. Football is. Fuck you, Giants. Really, that's what it is. Fuck you. I put too much of my heart and soul into loving you guys, and you don't do shit. Just do something. Do something. I did save something though. I did send it to you, Pat. And this is a positive. All right, Packers are 0-1. Giants are 0-1. I did see this stat. I sent it to you earlier, and where the fuck is it? Okay, this is a fun stat that everybody needs to know. Underdogs that are winless going into week 2, when there's a matchup of 2 0-2 teams, the underdog has gone 50, 25, and 3. More than half, or half the time they win, basically. Is half the time or 2 out of 1, double the time they win. I don't know, fucking take what you want out of that stat. When 2 winless teams play in week 2, the underdog has gone 50, 25, and 3. This week, Giants plus 1.5. That's an underdog. That means they're going to win. Packers plus 3.5. We're underdog. It's our week. It's our week. We're back, dude. We're so back. And that's how my dumb brain works, where I've just convinced myself this graphic said that it's going to happen. And Sunday, I'm just be in shambles again.
yeah, just seeing that 3.5 made me think getting over a field goal at home, because I just checked the Packers are at home. I already love it. I'm going to bet it and I'm going to lose. I'm going to bet it and I'm going to lose.
Oh, I already bet on Washington. I'm week 2. I'm already doing the mental health move where it's like I buy the win if they win.
I might have to do that with you.
I need the consolation, like we lost, but at least I got money.
I might have to force myself to do that with you.
It's really not that hard once you just realize like you buy every win that your team has. It's your doing that your team won, not because they played the game and you didn't play the game you just watched, but because you put money down on your team to lose. If they win, then they were motivated by that. I'm not going to be able to do it.
I'm going to end up.
All right. I'm just saying it softens the blow a little bit.
I bet, but I just in my head right now looking at that number.
And then when you bet against
the Packers are going to fucking
when you
win
bet
this.
against your team and then they win or cover, you're like, fuck yeah, why would anybody bet against the fucking Giants? They're the fucking best, dude. You're an idiot if you thought you were going to lose. You the Giants were going to lose. Obviously, they're going to cover this bet.
I just can't. It would hurt too much to bet against them and
see,
lose money.
I'm numb already, and you just do it.
Yeah.
You just do that. But yeah, that's my not cool. Football just kicking me right in the dick after getting excited about it. What do you guys got?
I'll change it up a little bit. Mine is football kicking me in the dick after getting real excited for it. I haven't hit an NFL bet yet this year. I'm 0-6.
Ooh.
I had the Ravens, and they lose. And Monday night, after they announced Christian McCaffrey was out, I took the Jets. And both of these with the points, they lose. Especially that Ravens one, dude, his toe being out. And they were going to go for 2, so no matter what, I was going to cover. Because it was either going to be a win or a loss by 1. The Jets one sucked. And then all 3 of my PTG picks, the Packers did not cover. And then the Miami game did not go over. And what was my favorite? It was
Texans. We both had
Texans. Yeah, Texans minus 3. They won by 2.
Yeah.
That sucked. And then
Dude,
also I tease all of my 3 picks. So I get an extra 6 points on the line, and I parlay them all together. And Miami still did not go over on that, and so 2/3 of it hit. The third one didn't. That one lost. I suck at that. And then also Notre Dame had to lose as a 28.5-point favorite to Northern Illinois at home. And all week I've just been having to look at everybody clowning on Notre Dame. I was like, dude, we got rid of it because Brian Kelly's thing when he was the head coach was always, you can't win the big game. Whenever we have a big opponent, we lose every single time. We get Marcus Freeman, we're winning those. But now we're losing games that we shouldn't lose. And Brian Kelly did not do that. I'm like, can they co-head coach? Like, it's not working in LSU for him.
Just swap it out.
It's just his bring them both and co-head coaches.
They kind of were when Brian Kelly was the coach.
Well, he was the defensive coordinator.
But he's still a
Marcus
coach.
Freeman, but like I don't know, it just sucks and it hurts. And also, it would be a real shame if I ever saw Roger Goodell in real life, because who would have thought we've got these multi-million-dollar athletes? We're one of the most profitable sports in the world, and I get wanting to play around the world and try and bring in new fan bases. When we went, we've been going to London for years.
Giants going to go to Germany this year.
And you know what? London was fine.
Giants-Panthers is the Germany game. God damn it, what a terrible matchup.
Yeah, that's bad. But going to London, you're like, okay, because we've got a lot of Americans that are over in Britain. And so we play a game there. There's going to be a lot of fans. That's all cool. And they figured out they got it going. And then we're like, let's go to Germany. We got an Air Force base over there. We've got Americans that's over in Germany. It's a little bit farther. The country doesn't really care. But
no, Nazis. I don't want to go to Germany, dude.
But it's a beautiful country. We go down to Brazil. South America doesn't give the least of flying fucks about.
I don't think
London
London gives a shit either. I don't think Germany gives a shit either. I don't think Mexico does either.
But at least, we went down to Mexico. Mexico, it touches America. We've got Americans down there. It's close enough to travel for people to go see it. It's cool. All these 3 places, they played in soccer stadiums. You know what all of them could figure out? The fucking grass. They figured out that, the grass might need to be different from soccer because instead of a bunch of 140 to 160-pound guys running around, we've got 330-pound men not just running around the field, colliding with each other on the field. And from the second play of the game, guys are slipping and sliding everywhere. I'm like, great, there's going to be 19 blown out knees this game. Somehow that didn't happen, but guys were slipping all fucking day everywhere. And then, of course, on the second to last play of the game, my quarterback has to go down. Everyone's fearing it's a knee. Somehow it's not. It's a high ankle sprain. But he's out for 3 to 6 weeks.
That should have been Saquon.
It
was meant for Saquon, it was.
And now we're having to turn to Malik Willis, who was awful in his couple starts with the Titans, and he's only been on the team for like 3 weeks.
But what you're forgetting is it's the year of the Maliks because Malik Neighbors is going to go off, and Malik Willis also going to go off.
So now I have to sit here and hope that we can steal one of the next 2 games against the Colts or the Titans. So revenge game against the Titans. Because then after that we go and we have to play the Vikings, and then I think the Lions.
The Vikings are really good. They're really good. They scored 28 points on the Giants.
Yeah. So we go Colts, Titans, Vikings, Rams, and then I think that's about as late as he would probably be. No, because then he could still miss the Cardinals and the Texans. So like those aren't gimme wins. None of those are gimme wins. And if the Packers go, they could start the year 0-6 now because Roger Goodell had to bring us to a place that does not need football, does not care football, will never have football. There's no need to even bring football there. Put us in a stadium that was unsafe, in an environment where the players weren't even really allowed to leave the hotel. They're like, it's really dangerous. Don't go out. We don't need an international incident. Why are we there? So Roger Goodell, it'd be a real shame if I ever saw you in public, huh? It'd be a real shame if somebody snuck up behind you and just took out your knees and then bashed your skull in.
Call Frankie Ocean.
I called him some very bad things in my group chat.
You guys say we just
No, I never said I would do it. I said it would be a shame if somebody did it.
Frankie
I don't
Ocean
want it to happen.
and associates.
But yeah,
Real shame, Mr.
My
Goodell.
season might be done because we were somewhere we should have never been in the first place, and we were forced to go there by a stupid dictator who's a complete fucking asshole and nobody likes, and he shouldn't have the job. He makes too much money.
That is like my big bugaboo about the whole thing, where it's
Roger
like,
Goodell should have to give me $1 million.
Like, bro, it's like everything. Well, nobody cares about the NFL outside of America. I'm like, cool, I'm fine with that. Like, keep it here.
Yeah,
Let's fucking keep it here, dude.
I'd be fine with us never going overseas
We
again.
shouldn't. Who cares, man?
It doesn't matter. Like they like to do the London game because they like to dangle the carrot of, oh well, maybe we're gonna put we want to put a team over here to make
and
it international.
no
And
free agent is ever gonna go there.
Ever.
Oh, hey, every away game, it's like a 17-hour flight, buddy, and then you got to fly back.
And now we have
You
to start
gotta go
scheduling
middle
where
of
they
the
play
week.
like 4 games at home, 4 games away, 4 games at home, 4 games away. That's stupid.
So dumb.
It's stupid. It would give them a massive advantage on anyone coming in. I fucking hate Roger Goodell so much. As an owner of the team, I feel like I should be financially compensated.
There you go.
I think Roger Goodell personally, he makes $60
Start a
million
class
a year.
action lawsuit.
I think he owes me $1 million.
Report into the Better Business.
And also now, you know what? Fuck you, Brazil.
Fuck you, Brazil.
Literally, like you can't figure out grass.
Yeah, dude. What? Just grow it.
Like just
fucking grow it, dude. It's not that hard. I'm not a paleontologist. I fucking know how to grow grass.
Now I got to root for fucking Malik Willis for a couple weeks.
Dude, it's a fucking awesome name. He's gonna be fine.
It's a great name. He's not good at
He's
quarterback.
gonna be fine.
He was good at Liberty. You know why? Liberty played dog shit teams.
Hey. It's a CUSA, buddy. It's the CUSA. Sam Houston's a CUSA. It's
Yeah,
an
and the
excellent
CUSA was
conference.
absolute dog shit
It's an
before
excellent-
Sam Houston got
You're
there.
right. Okay, great.
They're elevating the conference.
Okay.
But now I have to sit here in pain.
Dude, what if he's good, man? What if he's good? At least you have some sort of hope.
I actually do, because I'm like, you know what? In our offense, with Matt LaFleur's
There's some
offense,
fucking
we
hope.
just need him to not turn the ball over. We're going to run the ball a lot with Josh Jacobs. And what was his name? Taylor was our backup running back. I'd never heard of the guy. He was gashing runs during the game.
Makes it gash.
And then Marshawn Lloyd, he's going to get healthy here pretty soon. He was really good at USC last year. I'm like, we just got to run the ball.
fine.
Let our defense play.
He'll be fine.
We've got a really good
You
defense.
have Xavier McKinney. He's great.
Yeah, our defense is healthy right now. It was not healthy at all
Xavier
last
McKinney
year.
has the coolest hair, doesn't he?
It's so sick.
Like half blonde and half black.
Dude, I love it.
Right down the middle, he dyes it. It's awesome.
Dude, it's awesome.
I miss him on the Giants a lot.
And
And sometimes he dyes it, like he would sometimes dye it red and blonde, and I was like, what? So maybe he'll go green. That'd be crazy.
That would be awesome. I would like that. And Jair Alexander, our cornerback, he's been my phone screen for like 2.5, 3 years
How
now.
was your Jersey guy from last year? How's he doing?
Very sparingly,
Van Ness?
Lucas Van Ness. He's very sparingly on the field, and I don't know if I dreamed this, but I think he might have changed his number.
Oops.
I might have dreamed it, but I'm pretty sure I saw him wearing number 7.
Dude, I had
I was like, God damn it.
so nobody cares about my dreams. I'm a big nobody gives a fuck about your dreams, and this is a very quick story I'll get through fast. But I felt like I was really hyped up Sunday because Saturday night I had a dream that Malik Neighbors caught 3 touchdown passes, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, Giants are gonna start the season so hot. And then I was like kind of hyped up when I woke up, and then I feel like that wasn't real, and that was my body just being like, chill out, dude. That's why I puked twice. But yeah, I did have a dream that like he was gonna. So my dreams are 0-1 this year. That's why you don't follow your dreams, kids. Don't follow your dreams.
Never. I gotta
0-1.
I gotta find this now. I gotta look him up on ESPN, because if he changed his number, I'm just gonna be like, why?
Dude,
Why? No, okay, no.
just
So
get
it was definitely a dream. He's still wearing number 90.
Okay.
I had a dream that he was 7, and I don't think you can even do that in the NFL as a lineman. I know,
Why?
like,
You can be
running
any
backs-
number, right?
No, I know running backs and linebackers can, but he's a defensive lineman, so I don't.
Yeah, you can be. Yeah, because Brian Burns is 0 on the Giants.
Okay, so you can.
Kayvon
yeah.
Thibodeau's 5.
I don't know. That was just my brain dumping
Maybe
on me
offensive
even
linemen
more.
can't, but like there should be no rules. If running backs can be single-digit numbers, anybody should be able to be any number,
Yeah.
because running backs throw you off
I
more than
think it's
anything
offensive
else.
linemen are the only ones now.
When
Yeah.
you see fucking number 7 get the handoff, you're like, what is the quarterback? What is this?
Plus, D linemen look so
just
big
get
when they have
thrown-
single
yeah.
digits.
Yeah, I just get thrown off. But yeah, that's solid, not cool.
Yeah.
Solid, not cool.
And I'm
Robert,
0-2 in fantasy.
what you got? You've had a pretty good week. I got to find out what your not cool was.
Yeah, mine's gonna be not anything like yours. It's my
snored.
team letting me down.
The Astros,
The Astros last night
Oh my God.
they lost in
12.
12 to the A's, 4-3. I was listening to the game, and I think this was like the 10th and 11th, and I got like really excited. I'm like, oh, they're gonna win because Brian Abreu came in. He struck out 5 over like 2 innings. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go to the 12th and they're gonna win. They're gonna walk it off. It's gonna be awesome. And they lost to 3 bunts. To bunts.
Oh, because you get the runner on.
Yeah.
And also there was like it was either 2 or 3 innings in overtime. We got a guy to third and couldn't score him.
Yeah.
And then in the 12th, we got 1 run to make it a 1-run game because they had scored 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a guy to third. And then I think it was Bregman and Tucker. Both got it. Neither one of them could drive him. It was just, God. That game was painful.
Yeah. And I had to be up here early in the morning, and I just stayed up. I'm like, oh, I'm going to, I was into the game. I'm like, I'm going to finish this game, and I'll be so excited, and it's going to be like good sleep. And instead of after the game, I'm like, oh, I'm just upset, staying up late, and had to wake up in like 4 hours.
Yeah, that was a painful one last night. That sucked.
Yeah. Teams letting us down.
Across the board.
Yeah, you know a fun fact though that I learned with Robert this morning? I think Clay Holmes has the record for most blown saves in a single season.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I thought 11 was a lot. I did think 11. I was like, how do you still get to be a closer? Apparently no one else has.
I know. At least Texas State is 2-0. We got to play. I was telling you beforehand, we win this game against Arizona State.
McLeod.
We have a path to the college football playoff.
Well,
where we will get absolutely destroyed. But if we win out, if we go undefeated, win the Sun Belt.
A couple weeks after, if you beat Arizona State, then you have a really tough test. Sam Houston State Bearcats. At NRG, neutral site, rivalry game.
It's actually a much closer game for Sam Houston, too.
Yeah. I don't think that matters.
It doesn't matter.
I think that matters at all. But
we're going to boat race you. Our running backs are so good.
I don't know, dude. We beat Rice.
Ismail Mahdi, dude's going to be in the NFL.
We beat Rice. We have Ife Adey, Hunter Watson.
We did struggle very badly with a team we should not have in week 1, but we won last week. All the negativity's gone now. Hey, new week.
It's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Malik Willis is going to fucking play great.
He's going to be great. Daniel Jones not concerned.
We're good. Our quarterbacks are going to be so good.
Daniel Jones not concerned about anything. It's good. It's great. It's great. I love this.
Everything's okay. My life isn't falling apart because I don't have anything else.
All right. Let's wrap this up with the answers segment. We encourage you to submit your questions. The Precome segment's kind of where we ask our questions or any weird ideas we've got. We run that by each other. This is where you do that with us in the answers segment. Hashtag PTG answers to @PassGrayPod is where you send your answers, submissions. If you got relationship advice you need, you want to ask us a drunk thought you had, you got a business idea, you want to power rank things, give us 5 similarly ranked things, and we will power rank the fuck out of them better than anybody else can. You want to ask us what color a number is, or a letter, or a taste, or anything like that, what color certain things are, ask us. Even though Robert's colorblind, he will give you a definite answer to that as well. Hit us up at PassGrayPod, hashtag PTG answers. That's how we'll find that. That's what we search first and most often. You can also email us at it's passthegravypod@gmail.com and just put answers in the title, and we will go through those every couple weeks or months or whenever we get to them, pretty much. But Twitter is the best way to do it. Oh, I don't have Twitter. Just make a Twitter. You can just use a Twitter to just only submit answers questions. That's fine. But hashtag PTG answers. The answer segment is brought to you by littlemshop.com. littlemshop.com, the #1 place online for retro-inspired tchotchkes and the best air fresheners on the planet. You're going to want to go over there. It's free shipping on all orders of $10 or more when you use our promo code PTG69. You're also going to get 10% off your order, so you can have 10% off your order and free shipping when you spend $10 or more at littlemshop.com. Go get the air fresheners, fresh to death. Little Ice and Miami Beach are the scents. I'm rocking a Fresh to Death currently. Got the floral wallpaper design, the Out of This World design, and the rad air freshener design. One looks like an 80s cool retro design. The other one has floral wallpaper. It looks just like floral wallpaper. The other one looks like you're in fucking space. It's dope. At Little EM Tweets on Twitter and at Little EM Shop on Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. littlemshop.com. They got customizable keychains and stickers. They also have other prints that you can get, as well as compact mirrors and any other thing that you need tchotchke inspiration from. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, at Little EM Tweets on Twitter and at Little EM Shop on Instagram. Little M Shop Don't forget our promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littleemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first Answers question this week comes from Raymundo Benavides at KMundoB on Twitter. And Raymundo says, how much would you be willing to sell your soul for? Robert, you're not selling your soul, are you?
I'm not. No.
For no price.
For no price.
Unlimited money.
Unlimited money, no.
Infinity money. You never got to worry about anything. You just don't have a soul.
No.
Do you get your soul like taken right then?
I was gonna ask.
Or is it like I thought it was like a death thing. Because I don't care.
I think it's you're surrendering your soul at death. So when you die,
I'm thinking it gets taken right then.
Like on The Little Mermaid, where they took her voice. Her voice is really your soul.
oh no, but in all the movies and shows and things where people have sold their soul, they don't just lose their soul right then. They're making a deal with the devil that when they die, your soul belongs to him.
Yeah, I would do that if the Giants do win 10 championships.
See, I've got like 4 answers to it. Like, what's my soul worth? It's $14.50, something like that. Like, it's not even $20. Minimum I would take probably 10 grand because that pays off my car, gives me about a couple grand extra to play with.
Way too little.
That's why I'm saying it pays off my car. It makes my life a lot easier. Then there's the answers of, okay, it should be something that where like I'll be comfortable for the rest of my life. So 10 million. And I was like, but if I'm selling my soul, it's got to be where I'm real comfortable and get to act like a rich dickhead the rest of my life. I think the number is 100 million.
I wouldn't sell it for any amount of money. I would just ask you, like, give me 10 Giants championships. You can have it right now. You can just take it this second. But I'm guaranteed 10 Giants championships. Let's go.
What if this, though? You sold it for like $1 billion, and then you could just become the ultimate booster for Sam Houston and turn you guys into a football powerhouse.
Or I could buy the Giants. I'm probably going to buy the Giants. The Mariners aren't going to sell it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like you can't buy the.
I could buy the Cowboys, maybe, and then
just keep running.
Just run
like
them
Jerry.
into the ground. Yeah,
just keep running. But see,
I'd
that's
buy
the
the
other
Eagles. I'd buy the Eagles right
They're
now.
never going to
They're
sell.
more well run.
Stephen Jones is going to run it for whatever, and then his son's going to take over.
Yeah. No, I'd buy the Eagles then. Just run into the ground.
Rehired Chip Kelly.
Not
like you
even.
have carte blanche.
Who's Chip Kelly's assistant? Just get that guy.
No, Chip Kelly did a pretty poor job on his own.
But like, just get Chip Kelly, but not Chip Kelly still.
It's like every time the team starts to play well, you get a good draft pick, you just trade him.
Put Joe Judge in the head coach job. Fucking Joe Judge. Let's do that. Fuck you, Philly.
No, Jim Caldwell.
Nah, he's more capable.
I don't think
He's more capable. I don't know, dude. But yeah, I would do it for Giants championships. If you can guarantee me the Giants will win champions.
It has to be enough to where you can buy, like, okay, you buy the Red Wings.
No. Giants, Super Bowls.
I'm just saying it's got to be enough to buy a sports team. And like,
or to rig the league
I'd
for 10
probably
years.
buy the Bruins.
That'd be sick.
It'd be sick to own a hockey. Dude, owning a hockey team, it's not as profitable as the other ones, obviously, but I feel like it's cooler.
Yeah, you just hang out with Canadians all day.
Yeah. Like, hockey players are just cool.
Yeah,
you don't have to deal with they don't act like complete dickheads like other pros as much. Like, it's all about the team. Everything they do is for the team. It's all for the boys. And, like, you're just a fucking legend in your city forever if you win one.
Yeah. Great question, Mundo. Great question, buddy. Next up, we got Josh Treecaudle at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter. And this is a callback to last week where we were talking about Elemento, and I thought that was like all one word or one letter when I was growing up, like when I was like 5. And Pat said they had to change the way that they do the alphabet song because kids were getting it confused. So I wasn't the only one. Josh says, because we tell you to ask us what colors things are that don't have colors. Josh says, what color are the letters L, M, N, O, and P?
Well, P is green and O is orange. I think L is yellow.
No.
This is just, I'm just telling you what I think.
Okay.
This is what I think of when I said, I immediately thought in order, I was like L for some reason yellow, M blue, I'm not sure of N, but O orange and P is green. P is definitely green because Packers for me. And then O just orange. It had to be orange because I couldn't think of anything else. N. I'm struggling with N. I don't know what color N is going to be. Actually, I feel like N is more of an orange than
I feel like
O.
N came to me fastest, and it was red.
O, I'll give purple. I don't see any of them as a red. None of those letters look red to me. I guess I'm gonna go. Yeah, O is purple and N is orange.
What do you got, Robert?
See, I misread the question. I misunderstood. I thought he was saying it as a group because that's how they're always said. Like it's just like
yeah.
MLMP.
Like so. If all of them together, what color do you think? I'm trying to close
see-
my eyes as you say it. I'm gonna think of one too.
Elemental P. I thought yellow.
Ooh,
I thought yellow.
I just
thought
saw
yellow.
brown in my eyes when I closed it. I saw brown.
Because all the colors mushed together for you. That's got to be what it is. But I'm sitting there and I'm like closing my eyes and I'm trying to. What is elemental?
Elemental is
Just
brown
yellow.
to me, but yellow to you guys.
Yeah.
But we don't know Robert's
I
color.
guess
So yellow
elemental
might be
sounds
brown.
like yellow.
To me, it sounds like lemon.
Okay.
Lemon yellow.
Okay. Well, do you want to? So that's a fine answer. That's a fine answer. You didn't know how it was 100%. I have L is red. M is yellow. N is red. O is green, and P is yellow.
Did you say L and N are both red?
Yeah, and I have two reds
You have
and two
two
yellows.
reds? Ooh.
Dude, I just think of the letter. I close my eyes. I think of the letter, and whatever color I picture it first, like that's what it is to me.
M I'll accept because either yellow or blue because Michigan.
Oh, I didn't even.
So that
Maybe
works for
that was
me.
subconsciously, and maybe is Nebraska
Nebraska's
the
red.
red in?
Was there an
That's
L?
literally their logo on their
and
helmet.
Louisville, red.
I'm just a college. I'm just basing
And
it
what
off
did
of
you
college
say? O
football.
and
logo.
PR?
O is green. Yellow is P.
Oregon.
Oh yeah, I guess, but Oregon could also be the O is
Yeah, but like
Yellow.
Oregon is green.
right,
It's their main color is
and
green.
then P Pittsburgh Pirates, but also P is yellow too.
Okay, so all the other ones that made sense for college, and then P, you're just P, yellow.
I don't know. I really thought. Like, I closed my eyes and I was like, let me say each letter to myself, and what color pops up, that's the color. And two of them popped up red, two of them popped up yellow. It wasn't
Respect.
trying to mix it around, but I don't know.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Yours.
That's how. I mean, I don't know what your method is of finding colors of numbers and letters.
I didn't know we could do doubles, but now that you're
scientific.
saying that, like O is for sure green.
Close your eyes. Just
P is still going to be green for me, but O is definitely
all right.
also green.
Here's a weird one. Close your eyes, everybody. Ready?
Okay.
Ampersand. The ampersand sign. The and symbol. Gray.
I'm getting black.
I got black.
You got black?
I got black too.
No color came around it. It was just the symbol.
I got gray. That's almost no color. Okay, so I'm gonna go black. Black's fine. That's fine.
It's just the color of text. That's what it is.
I hope somebody's like, their wife got in the car with them while they're like, hey, babe, I'm going to come pick you up. And she's like, what the fuck are you listening to?
We're getting a divorce.
They're saying
this is what you
color?
do in your free time.
Letters don't have colors. They do.
They
We
for
just told
sure
you
do.
what they were, all right? Keep us going with those, guys. I like this. This is makes our brain turn to a different area than it doesn't usually.
Hell
is.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to do one more weird one. Let me think of something. All right. Backslash. Blue.
I'm getting like an orange.
Getting an orange. I got like a green.
Wild. Wild, dude. This is wild stuff.
Truly some of the
This
dumbest
is
shit we've ever done.
ridiculous.
But I love it.
I do too. Thanks for the submission, Josh. That's awesome. Colors are L, M, and O, B. This is a timely one. This is a very timely one from Alex O. At Alex McThunder1. Power rank James Earl Jones characters. He passed away this week. Gives us 5 James Earl Jones movie characters that he's played. All right. Power rank James Earl Jones characters. He gives us Darth Vader, Mufasa, King Jafar from Coming to America, the Beast's owner from The Sandlot, and Terrence Mann, the writer from Field of Dreams. I'll go. Darth Vader 1.
Vader 1.
Number 2, the guy that owned the Beast on The Sandlot. Because like he was a G. Like that guy was an absolute G. He was like, they thought he was going to be like, why didn't you just knock on the front door? I would have let you in.
Ah, Squint.
Was it Hercules was the dog's name?
Hercules.
It's Hercules. He wouldn't harm a fly. It's like, dude, those kids wasted a whole summer scared of this dog. This dog would have been a good boy
They
anyway.
didn't waste it though.
They had a great time, memories. I get that. So that's why I put Beast's owner second. Third is Mufasa, because it's like super iconic. It's like sad ending though. I don't want that to be that. Next up is King Joffrey from Coming to America, because I didn't really remember he was in Field of Dreams. I feel like his character wasn't that big of a deal, was he?
It was very big.
I've seen Field of Dreams one time, maybe.
That's not a gun, it's your finger.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, no.
People will come, Ray.
If you build it, they will come. No, so I had the least amount of memory of that guy. So he was 5. So I go Darth Vader, owner of the Beast from Sandlot, Mufasa, King Joffrey from Coming to America, and then Terrence Mann from Field of Dreams.
So I got Vader's got to be 1. Fucking like the most iconic voice in movie history of the most iconic villain.
Okay, yeah.
2. This is where it's 2 and 3. I could probably flip flop either one of these. Just change it up from you. I'll go 2 is Terrence Mann from Field of Dreams.
Oh,
yeah, dude, just
okay.
absolutely iconic. He's so good in that. And then 3 is the Beast owner in Sandlot.
All right.
It's just like when I picture him, I picture those 2 roles. That's like I'm picturing him
I picture
in
Darth
those
Vader
roles.
and
just
the
all
Beast
the
owner.
lines from him. And then 3, King Joffrey, and then 4, King Joffrey, and then 5, Mufasa. The only reason Mufasa's 5 is just because you don't see him.
Yeah, he dies.
And the other 3,
Sad.
like I could see his face with it too. But yeah,
That's solid.
dude, I might have to watch Field of Dreams tonight. I think is the play. He's so good in that.
I just remember not being as impressed with Field of Dreams as I thought it would
It's
be.
so good, dude. At the end when they invite him, and Ray's like
visually
why not me? I
appealing.
built this whole thing. He's like, it's not your time. What do you? Shut up. We're taking him. Don't be a bitch. Ray Liotta is basically just like, fuck you.
God damn it. All right, what you got, Robert?
All right, my number 1 will be Mufasa.
All right.
That's the one I've seen him in.
Okay.
So by default,
Heard him in.
That's it.
Heard him in.
heard him in, whatever. By default, that's my number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go Darth Vader, just because I know that reference so much more. It's more pronounced in like pop culture. Yeah. Exactly. Number 3, I'm going the Beast owner from The Sandlot, just because I like that name, the Beast.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Played with Babe. Actually, what you don't know about this movie, his character played with Babe Ruth back in the day and was a better hitter.
George
Then
Herman Ruth.
fastball hit him up high, went blind.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Sad story.
I don't know if you know this, but heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Follow your heart, kid.
Number 4, I'm going with King Joffrey, because to me it sounds like King Joffrey from Game of Thrones, and he was a bad guy. He was a bad guy.
But dude, have
Joffrey-
you seen King Joffrey?
I have not.
He has like literally like just like a lion skin around, wrapped around him like a
king.
Like a thing. Yeah, it's awesome.
But his name sounds like
Goes to
Joffrey.
McDowell's. He likes his burgers. Yeah, he's an awesome dude.
So that just knocks him down a little bit. And then lastly will be Terrence Mann, because he's just a man. That's just
I like that.
nothing cool about that. Just a regular man. Not a king, not a beast.
He wrote a great book.
Just a
Okay. So what, dude? Lots of people write books.
Not everybody gets to go off into a cornfield with a bunch of ghosts, though. Ghost baseball players.
I don't believe it.
I think we should make Robert watch all the baseball movies.
Don't watch Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is great.
Watch Sandlot. Sandlot's
Field of Dreams,
Sandlot's a million
Bull
times
Durham,
better.
Sandlot,
Watch Coming to America over the Field of Dreams.
For Love of the Game.
Yeah, you could watch that one. The Rookie.
I think you'd enjoy The Rookie.
The Rookie would be
The
good.
Rookie's really good, too.
The only baseball movie I've seen is Moneyball. That's the only
Great
one I've
movie.
seen.
Gets on base.
Gotta watch
Gets on
you gotta
base.
watch the Costner trio, though.
You've never even seen Hardball.
No.
The Cucumbas, dude.
I think out of all those, I think his least favorite baseball movie would probably be Bull Durham.
Or Field of Dreams.
No, I think he would really enjoy Field of Dreams. I think he would like it. It's a good story. But Bull Durham, I feel like it just the crassness of it. I don't think he would enjoy.
Oh, he liked Whitney Cummings. He
I
did
think
like
he-
Whitney
he
Cummings.
didn't say that.
He's bad boy Robert now. No, he posted on his Instagram. He was like, saw Whitney Cummings for the first time. I'm a fan.
Well, that's what Sam posted. I just like.
Well, you were tagged in it, so I saw it.
And Robert commented,
So-
and I was there.
You co-signed, basically, which meant you said the same thing, essentially. All right.
Interesting.
And then you said you agreed with everything Trump said last night, too. So obviously you are a big Trump guy, too.
Good question.
Yeah, great question, Alex. Though great question.
great power
Great power rankings. Yeah, keep those coming, guys. I guess not the James Earl Jones. We can't really do that, but that was a good one off. Todd Voss at as_seen_by_TV on Twitter says, if apples keep doctors away, are there any other fruits or vegetables that have repellent properties?
I know durian fruit, if you eat it, everyone's going to stay away from you because it fucking stinks.
Oh, okay. That's a good repellent property. I feel like acai berries are in everything. Like all of the like online like weird ads that they try and show you, like this acai berry extract.
That's
has
a
done
me
that.
repellent because it's expensive.
Yeah. I feel like though it's that would be mine. I think that seems like it's good. It fixes everything, every like healing, everything it says it fixes. I don't know if it does, but it seems like it does that. And if an apple a day keeps the doctor away, maybe 800,000 acai berries keep the doctor away.
If you're the guy that goes around telling girls all the time, like you go out of your way to tell them that you eat pineapple, that's probably a chick repellent.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I guess thinking
And
more
by the way,
doctors
you know, I eat a
related,
lot of
but-
pineapple. Like, cool, I'll never know. Get away from me before I call the cops.
Great point.
Trying to think of any veggie repellents. I don't know.
Doesn't mint repel something?
Mint repels bugs, actually.
Does it?
I believe so.
Okay, that's a fun fact.
Yeah. Like if you got like little fruit flies, you leave some mint out, it'll like, there's something about the scent. Like the oils it releases, they don't like it. I forgot about that. Good job, Bobby. I don't know. If you eat a lot of bananas, that's probably chick repellent. Probably just like you look weird eating banana as a man. Well, I mean,
I'm comfortable with my sexuality,
if we were to
personally.
do man on the street, I guarantee you, like any dick shaped thing that you eat, there's always the drunk girls that are like, that's just an ick. Like, everything's a fucking ick now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick by that's a pretty good list. Acai berries, pineapple. What was the first one you said?
Steamed broccoli smells like farts.
What was it? Durian fruit.
Durian
fruit.
Steamed broccoli smells like farts. So that's kind of a person repellent. Who farted? No, we just fucking cooked broccoli in the back. Shut up.
Yeah. It's a good question, Todd.
Yeah.
Good question, Todd. All right. Let's move on to this is Kenya Valdez at Kenyatta Mindata on Twitter, and she says, why is joshing around a phrase? What did Josh even do?
I mean, in my experience, have you ever known a Josh that just wasn't a silly goose?
No.
Yeah.
No. So what
Josh we grew up with?
What I did
The silliest of gooses.
was I Googled what is the origin of the meaning just joshing, and this is 100% accurate because I saw it in the news. All right. This might just be a concept of what the origin of it was, but the phrase just joshing originated in the 1800s and has a playful and lighthearted meaning used to describe engaging in harmless teasing or joking with someone. Here is a breakdown of the origin. The term...
Origin.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm reading it live. But joshing is derived from the name of a famous American humorist named Josh Billings, whose real name was Henry Wheeler Shaw. He was known for his humorous writings and lectures, often intentional misspellings and malappropriatisms to convey his point. Due to his popularity in the 19th century, people started using josh as a verb meaning to make fun of or engage in lighthearted teasing. This led to the term joshing being born as a way to describe playful banter and good-natured joking.
I buy it.
Look, dude, let me see if there's another one that's similar to it.
No, I think that makes
I'm
enough
going to
sense.
go to one more. All right, this is Reddit. That's
He was
even
the
more-
original silly goose.
This is Reddit. It's even more reliable. It can be found from the 1800s when a man named Josh Tatum noticed that nickels minted in 1883 were almost the same as $5 gold pieces in terms of size and design. He and his friend began to electroplate these coins and pass them off as $5 pieces, eventually amassing a small fortune before being caught. Okay, so playing a prank?
Money fraud.
Fraud or pranking?
I like
yeah.
the first one better. That was more lighthearted.
The
Hey, Josh was
phrase,
just a funny guy.
joshing around is thought to have originated in the 18th century, deriving from the phrase josh, which was used as a verb meaning to tease or joke. I'm going to go with that. That's 2 out of 3, okay? That's 2 out of 3. I'm not doing any more research. That's like I saw it on the internet. That's all I need to know.
All Joshes are just like little jokers.
Yeah, just if you're Josh around, Josh Tatum just was a jokester, dude, back in the day. Like, they were like, this fucking Josher over here. Look at him. He's joshing around.
Josh Duhamel, he seems like a fun guy.
Josh is around a lot, I bet.
I can't really
Josh
think of any
Treat,
other
that guy
Joshes.
Josh is around a lot.
Oh, he's a big Josher.
That's a great question, and I feel like we all learned a little bit today, or learned absolute nonsense that we just proved.
We tried to learn.
We gave it the old college try, if you count that as just Googling it and then looking at the first 3 answers.
That's what I did in college.
That's pretty much what I did too, and had to figure out how to cite from Wikipedia without citing from Wikipedia. You go to the sources at the bottom, and then you're like, let me use this.
I didn't have to do a lot of sourcing in college.
I fucking hated that. And then whatever bibliography is, like every teacher is like got a different way you have to like present it, and it's like I don't fucking know, dude. Just take off 10 points.
You know
We'll
how in
figure it
high
out.
school all you learned was the MLA format? Well, now in college you have to use AMA, and it's going to be the same exact thing,
Ask
but
me
completely
anything?
different, and it'll hurt your score if you don't do it right. How about I just tell you where I got the information? Why does it have to be perfectly cited? I'm not going to be writing papers. I'm a fucking criminal justice
dude.
major,
You know what's sick?
and I'm not a good one.
Never had to do a bibliography once since college.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's almost like we don't need those.
And it was really like freshman, sophomore year. After that, I don't think I ever had one.
In English classes, I had to do it. That was a good question, Kenya. Good question. Our last question of the week comes from Mikey Paul. It's just Mikey P on Twitter. And Mikey says, why do men's haircuts ever cost more than $10?
Inflation. Also, I think like I get it. Like it should be 10. It's a men's haircut. Simple. I mean, I always think of it in like $12.
Dude, I like
12
the
to
wash.
14.
I'll pay like 20, bro.
I remember I used to like when I would get my hair cut from time to time.
pay like 20,
it would be
25
like
with
12
tips.
bucks. I'd hand the guy a 20.
Yeah. But like, I like
appreciate it. You were a good barber. This is a barber shop. I like the environment, and you didn't try and talk my ear off.
Yeah.
Here's
you
a
just let me close my
40% tip.
eyes. But like when they do
Just watch Ellen.
if it's just a straight up haircut, okay, I can see that. But then you just chalk it up to inflation.
If you get a buzz cut, yeah, it'll probably be $10.
But if you just get like a regular haircut, if they do the wash before or the wash after too, like that's worth it to me. Like I would pay.
But see, he's saying a men's haircut.
I'd go to get a man. I'm a man.
get it, but
I get a
like,
man's haircut.
You think of a man's haircut, you think of you
But
walk
usually-
into the thing and they cut your hair. That's it.
Yeah,
There's no
I
extra
don't know.
wash, no like weird treatments. I'm thinking like, what are you going to get in a barber shop?
I've gone to, it's no free ads, but right, it's a male chicken's name. I go to that place and that's got like the little barber spiral thing on it, and they're always like, all right, get back in the chair, and then they wash your hair.
Or is it
and
like a
then-
new age hipstery type place?
I think kind of, yeah.
Like I'm talking about like a barber shop. The one on Mason Road growing up, you know what I'm talking
That's
about?
like they only let whites in.
I didn't say that, but now that you mention it, don't really remember ever seeing anybody but old white guys.
At this point, I'm kind of like spoiled by the hair washing afterwards. I don't have to worry about it when I get home, or if I have somewhere else to go, I can just go to that place.
The best is when they do
When you
before.
get home, no, your hair's cut and like done. What, you wash it when you get home. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
because you have loose hairs all over the
there's loose
fucking
hairs
place.
everywhere.
Nah, they blew it all off and everything.
No,
You're good
no,
to
they
go.
don't.
No.
Do this, and then you'll see all that
Yeah.
hair go everywhere.
Wildly different haircuts growing up.
No, I like though. Sometimes I'll throw in a little extra if they'll do they wash it before and then they haircut you and then they wash it after. That's it. Like I would just pay $10 to have somebody just rubbing my head for however long it takes me to do that. That's my favorite.
It was to the point where, like, growing up, I would always go with my dad to his place. To when the first time I went to like no free ads, but Schmutz, and it was like a pretty girl, and she was like all nice and talking to me, and I was like, I don't like this at all. I don't like this
So
at
how
all.
is your day? You're like, shut up.
I was like, no, I don't want sports on there and people talking to me. I want an old guy who's slightly overweight and has been doing nothing but cutting hair for the last 45 years.
Yeah.
He'll give you a quick little something. He's probably talking to another guy that's just sitting in the barber shop the whole time. One of the other guys is waiting for someone else to show in, so he's just reading the paper next to his thing. And at some point, somebody's going to say something about sports. It'll spark a 30-second conversation, and that's it. That's a barbershop to me.
My friend Allie will come cut my hair, and she does it professionally. But she'll come to my apartment, or like I'll go to my brother's house, and she'll do like my haircut and my brother's or my dad's or whatever. But like that's the shit too. Is like just having somebody that like you're like, I don't know, do the thing you did last time. Like I don't like if you're like, Alex, what do you want? I don't know. Make it look like this, but like less like this. I've also like this.
I so bad we wish we had a black guy sitting here too to just be like, completely different culture.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
My whole thing is, I want to go to a barbershop where nobody talks. That's not what I saw in the movie.
That's where people go to talk.
In Coming to America, that is not how the barbershop
where people go
was.
to talk. All right. That was a good question, Mikey. That was a good question. But yeah,
how many years did
cut,
it just take me to wish for the first time that we had a token black guy on the show?
Chris was on the show for a while.
Yeah, but not with me.
He wasn't a token. He was just a co-host.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I feel like that just sounded like I wished for a token black guy on the show.
It did sound like that. That's exactly what it sounded.
He said
That's pretty much
Tolkien.
Like a Lord of the Rings fan.
Most people don't realize his full name was Jolkin, Rolkin, Tolkien.
All right, let's wrap this motherfucker up. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03 on all socials. We are at Pass the Gray Pod on all socials. Go subscribe to our Twitter, Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook page. Fucking subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, what are you doing? Go get your friend's computer or their phone and then hit subscribe on our YouTube channel for them as well. Share us with a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend too. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you're listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, click play on the audio version so we can get double the clicks on that. Again, whoever can do all 26 alphabet letters in order, you got to go A, B, C, D, all the way through without being interrupted on the YouTube of this podcast. We will give you a Gravy Gang 2024 shirt on us. All right, that could all be yours for just spamming the comments, really, and that's all we're asking. It's not too much. It's not too much. What else did I have? That's about it, huh? That's about it. December 21st. Don't forget. Spectacular. We remembered that this week. Let's end up with a random celebrity generator here. The person I pulled it up on.
Mr. October.
Reggie Jackson. All right. Pat, who you got?
Come on, Ernie. You know who I'm going to be. I got Charles Barkley.
All right. What about you, Albert?
I'll go Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Really waiting on that endorsement, weren't you?
I'm going to go Rob Riggle. Rob Riggle, because he popped up on it once last week.
I thought you were going to take James Earl Jones.
Tim Allen. All right, we get three, right? We get three?
We get three.
Yeah.
That was a bad one. John Madden.
We talked about him.
We did talk about John.
Damn it.
Fuck. He should be president.
Come on, Charles.
Here we go.
You knucklehead.
Natalie Cole.
Who the fuck is Natalie Cole?
Is that Nat King Cole? Unforgettable. Miss you like crazy.
Singer-songwriter. Never heard of her.
This will be an everlasting
Oh,
love.
okay. I have heard of her.
Bernadette Peters. No. Elvis Costello. No. Pythagoras.
Ended on that.
All right. Yep. That's Pythagoras. If you had Pythagoras on your celebrity generator bingo card, you won. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in. This is my favorite part of the week because my team makes me hate a lot of things, and I do not hate doing this podcast.
We're going to be here for each other, buddy.
Yeah. We're going to get through this. I appreciate you guys being a part of the Gravy Gang and spending your time with us this week. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Go Packers. Go Giants. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Eagles. Pass the gravy, you bitches.
Gravy gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today.